never forget, our first time there, Glenn told me that he had put his house up to make this event happen. My man said he put his house up. I'm like, what? Like, that was a level of responsibility you owe you. It's about responsibility. It's about taking responsibility.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner.
Every single day, I am who I say I am, and I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined by Douglas. No Bayesian sensation, no 9-to-5 millionaire. It's the varsity team today. You know, the JV.
Hey, I didn't say that, Mo.
We got the JV on the bench. They studying film. They're not quite ready to get in the game right now. But me and Douglas are here. It's a monumental occasion.
Yeah, no, this is for real.
It's a monumental occasion.
Yeah, for real.
Many of you may have heard us talking about a surprise announcement or something special we had. Been working on this thing for, since middle of COVID, maybe. So
I'd say maybe even the beginning of COVID, working on it.
Yeah.
Beginning of COVID, going heavy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, middle of COVID,
Yeah.
and coming out of it strong. Yeah.
And it's finally here. So without further ado, I'm gonna just jump right into it. First time the world is seeing this, right? Nobody's seen it. I just got my copy. I am over the moon happy with it, man. But the official first time, so let me say this. Let me drag it out a little bit. We've done some book releases.
No question.
We've done some things in the
No
past.
question.
And we were under the, for real, we followed the Master P, no limit.
Yeah.
Just straight out the trunk.
No question.
We ain't know how many we sold. We just ordered them joints.
Thank you,
sold
Master
them
P.
joints. Yeah. P put us on game.
Yeah, no question.
And, it was during COVID, and you and I had a conversation. We were like, all right, we did, out the trunk long enough. But I don't even know if y'all know, but never have we had a book in Barnes & Noble or Hudson News at the airport, nothing. The only way you could get it was straight through us and some bootleggers.
Through my garage.
Shout out to the bootleggers.
Yeah.
Y'all know y'all wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was undercutting us. But for the first time ever, introducing the first major release, UOU is here, man. This is, I cannot wait for y'all to read this thing, man. This is honestly, man, one of the most powerful things I think that we've ever done as a company. I don't just say that. Look how beautiful it looks, man. We were able to get, the advanced copy. Oh man, it feels nice. It looks nice.
It feel good. Yeah.
Shout out to Penguin.
Don't show them the back though. You don't show them the back.
I'll show them the back. Sorry, my bad. We got the words still to come. This is so fresh off the press that we don't even have the words on there, but you can see the pic on the back. Man, forward by Chris Paul. Shout out to CP, our guy, always looking out. It's big, man. It's big. It's a big deal for us. It's a huge endeavor. You've been working on this thing for, like I said, at least, a year and a half?
Yeah, the cool thing too is we practice what we preach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We eat our own cooking. My biggest message during COVID was never let a good crisis go to waste. Like, that's all I was on. Every corporation, never let a good crisis go to waste. Never let a good crisis go to waste. And so we didn't. We didn't let a good crisis go to waste. I literally had way more time than I've ever had on my hand. Why? I wasn't on the road. I wasn't traveling like that. I was doing Zoom. So I was on the calls, with Leslie. I was, in my, private space, private time with God, praying, writing stuff down, trying to really think it through. Like you always say, reverse engineer. So I was like on the first major boy, like what system? And y'all got to hear what I'm saying, right? So I was talking to somebody the other day and they was like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Like I'm reading my Bible, I'm whatever. And I said, can I be real with you? I said, it ain't your fault, but most of us have been taught two things. We've been taught stories in the Bible. We've been taught doctrine, like what we believe. I said, but I'm gonna tell you what a lot of people been missing. Cause he was on some financially, I'm not hitting the mark, whatever. And he was like, my dad, was a pastor and he did everything he could for me, but he never taught me money. And I was like, yes, he did. You said he was in the Bible, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, you read it as a story, you read it as principles, but you never saw it as a system. Like his system's in there, bruh. Joseph gave you a system, but you were so caught up on the story of Joseph and him getting sold, his brothers trying to kill him. There was a system he gave Pharaoh in terms of how he should do his money. You pay yourself first. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't paying attention. So when I wrote the book, I was like, no, I ain't trying to do what I did before. Secret to Success, I told a story. You feel me? And a lot of people read it and still was like, some people was inspired, but a lot of people weren't empowered. So I was like, on this one, a system. I'm going to think of 10 major principles and systems that I went through that I could give to you to help you to go from being homeless to finding, C, who said he gonna make me a household name. And then from the household name, this household, he got to deal with Penguin, y'all. That's household name.
It's crazy, man. I want to go back to, kind of the beginning and the guru story, right? And I think that's where our kind of story starts, right? And there's plenty more in here. Obviously, you detailed, quite a few things growing up, just to kind of give that setup to, where we are now. But I want to go back to the guru story.
He said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
And most of you who are watching this, I'm assuming you're familiar with that. But I was in the room that night, right? And
that's crazy.
Yeah, I sat there, man, and I watched it. And y'all heard it on the internet with like some cute music. Right. Like I heard it like 10 feet away. And I remember thinking like, yo, this is the craziest thing I ever heard, And I told a group that I was speaking to yesterday, I said, man, I tried to get booked at a middle school the next day. Imagine that. I'd say top 3 greatest motivational speeches of all time. I'll say one. Maybe y'all got a couple more you want to put in there. Let's say top 5 greatest motivational speeches of all time. And the next day, I couldn't get us into a local middle school to speak. And I remember thinking like, something's wrong with this. Right. Like I'm seeing other people who are doing well in life and making money who aren't as good as this. Yeah. What do they have that we don't have? And I think we dedicated from that moment on. Well, I dedicated my life to making sure that didn't happen to us. Absolutely. And there's a lot of people, and that's why I love this book. There's a lot of people who you have that gift inside, you have something inside, and you're not able to make it happen. And you think it's because of your talent. It's not. You don't have a system. And that's what he talks about. And so talk about just conceptually, UOU. Obviously, I'll go back and detail how we got to UOU and the title and that mantra. I guess you were telling it the other day how we were in New Zealand.
Yeah. I don't want to tell a story. I want to answer the question first. And I'm talking to those of you out here who are super frustrated. The one thing that I hate the most about life is how many of my relationships have gotten destroyed, dismantled, right? Over you thinking I'm supposed to take ownership of your life. Yeah, I'm just being real, bro. It's a lot of, man, I done had more like crazy relationships over money. You feel me? And what do I mean by that? I pay good, so I ain't on that insurance the whole nine. But here's the first system I want you to get. Is that some of you are pissed that people ain't paying you what you think they should pay you. Like they not opening up the doors you think they should be opening up for you. Like whatever it is. There's those of you legitimately like you pissed off, you mad at somebody. The day things changed for us was the day when me and C, now listen to me, I'm being 1,000. C had to get his feelings hurt. Like, cause C was kind of like 50-50. Like C was like, all right, E, we're gonna do it on our own, but we're gonna rely on some of these institutions. You know what I'm saying? Like, these institutions going to help us. And one of those institutions promised us something, and C was pissed when they ain't come through. I was geeked because I was like, I got 50-50 on C. Like, I got him, but like, he ain't there because he's still thinking that somebody else about to blow us up.
I'm thinking people keep their word.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I'm naive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm naive, bro.
Yeah, he was 21.
Yeah, I'm thinking my man say he gonna do something.
Yeah,
he gonna do it.
Yeah, but I'm just being real. I knew because I was 12 years older than C, I had been down that path, bro. I'm telling you, I've been down the path. And people mean good. They're going to do this, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And they did. And listen to me, it's not even there. It's nobody else's responsibility to get you 6 figures, 7 figures. It ain't nobody. So the first thing I want you to understand is I wrote the book because I realized one of the things I was doing wrong before I met him. And then one of the things he was doing wrong when he met me was we were still putting our future in somebody else's hands. You feel me? Like we were still believing that somebody's supposed to be fair, whatever fair is. And I realized now as an adult, like, yo, it ain't nothing fair because I got to pay the taxes. I'm the one that's going to get sued. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing fair, right? So I think, see, to answer your question, the first one is I realized that I had to literally take the ball out of everybody else's hands. I had to put it in ours. I had to take every responsibility away from everybody else. And we had to be, the two of us sitting here. And again, I'm not being disrespectful to nobody else is a part of this crew. I ain't dogging nobody else. I'm just telling you, I made up in my mind, I'm going to the promised land. C said, I'm going to make you a household name. C was the one that quit his job. Nobody else quit. Nobody, like, other people came to us after other stuff didn't work out. I'm just being real. Like, I ain't dogging nobody else out, but it was like they had a couple options. And when those doors closed, it was like, all right. C was like, E, I'm down like 4 flat tires, like from the jump. And the first thing he said was, I was going to make you a household name. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know how you going to do that. And can I say this? I didn't even know he meant what we doing right now. Like, in my wildest imagination, you wouldn't know me walking down the street. Like, you wouldn't know me at restaurants. You wouldn't know me in the airport. So for me to answer that question, it's like, yo, bro, I realized, yo, for those of you out there, if you're going to have, be, and do whatever it is you want to do and live life on your own terms, you have to take full responsibility for your life. And you can't be pissed at nobody else because they're not giving you the desires of your heart.
You know those times when you're so into what you're doing that you can't think about anything else? The times when you're at your most focused and productive? Psychologists call that feeling of being in the zone flow state, and Alpha Brain from Onnit is the ultimate way to get there. A world-renowned nootropic supplement with over 1 million bottles sold, Alpha Brain promotes cognitive functions including memory, mental speed, and focus. It can help you remember names, zero in on complex tasks, and think more clearly under stress. Comedian and podcaster Joe Rogan says he feels that it helps him form better sentences when he's talking. For the last couple of months, I've actually been spending around 30 minutes to a day writing, right? And I noticed that it allowed me to concentrate for a longer period of time, and my thoughts and ideas were definitely more fluid. Alpha Brain contains amino acids and plant compounds that promotes the brain's release of alpha waves, and these are associated with greater creativity and productivity. And I finally get to use this biology degree that I got, y'all. Right here's the science behind Alpha Brain. Alpha Brain supports neurotransmitters, and these are the chemicals that actually relay information in and from your brain. So if you're like me and coffee and energy drinks make you jittery, you can rest easy, right? Knowing that Alpha Brain is caffeine free, completely caffeine free. But if for any reason you don't like Alpha Brain, you can get your money back. You heard me correctly. You just let Onnit know why it's not for you, and you will get your money back on the spot with no return necessary, right? And because you rock with us on the Secrets of Success podcast, you can save 10% on your order by going to onnit.com/secret. That's Onnit, ONNIT.com/secret.
Yeah, no, and it's funny, man, because you're going back and you just jogging my memory about stuff because, you know, I was definitely down, and once, you know, we left Michigan State, it was tough. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking, okay, he got the plan, we about to go. And, you know, the money wasn't there. And I don't care what nobody say, man. Like we try to make money, you know, minimize the role that it has in our lives. But man, when you broke, it hurts. And we spent those first few years like really trying to figure it out, really being broke and really, taking our chances. And I think that's what's cool about the book is it's going to help people cut down that learning curve so much. Yeah. Like he said it, like I'm just being real. I was naive. I was young. I was hungry. My man was like, hey, I'm going to help y'all get some grants, some other stuff. I'm going to set y'all a meeting. I bought it. You know what I mean? Hook, line, and sinker. And, you always kind of said, yo, the more people, and I'm teaching this now, but the more people that you need to make your dream become a reality, the less likely it is to happen.
System.
Let me just say it one more time.
Catch it. Number 2, catch it.
The more people that you need in order to make your dream become a reality, the less likely it is to happen. It's the same lesson I had to teach Toby, right? When Toby started rapping, I was like, Toby, what happened to the video? Oh, the cameraman didn't show up. My man who played the drums, he was late. His girl said he couldn't make it. The lighting guy I was like, bruh, I'm not mad, but that's life. And I think we go around being naive thinking that all of these things are going to come and line up perfectly so that you can make your dreams become a reality. And once I realized, oh, okay, none of that's going to happen. It's not going to look anything like you thought it was going to look. Nobody's going to help you, but you can still get it done. And I think that's what UOU does. So I want to go to the title of the book.
Can I say this, though? Here's the problem. And again, go here, see, but here's the problem. You think the book is called You Owe Me. I'm just being real. Make sure you look. It's UOU. I want to make sure you caught that. Because again, some of y'all pissed. Look, and I'm so mad at some people. I call it I don't know if it's the separation or the divorce syndrome. You know how somebody be looking when y'all together and then y'all get a divorce and y'all get separated. They done drop 50 LBs. I'm like, bro, you couldn't drop the 50 LBs when you with me. I'm not even talking about weight. I'm talking about some of y'all, when you're with people, you think they owe you. You don't even give your best work. But you want me to give you your best desires, your best dreams, your best goal. But once you leave me, now all of a sudden you got energy you ain't had before. Now you showing up to work in a way for you that you never showed up. Why? Because you owe you. And at the end of the day, that's why the book is called You Owe You, because there's certain energy, there's certain creativity, there's certain things you ain't gonna never give to the next person. You're only gonna give them to you. But you are thinking somebody owes you to bring the best out of you. And it don't work like that. The book is not called You Owe Me. That's not what the book is called. The book is called You Owe You. But for most of y'all, your title is You Owe Me. That's why I'm mad at you. That's why I'm pissed at you. That's why I ain't fool with you no more. That's why I act like we ain't never had no relationship. That's why I'm angry. Because you thought I owed you. I don't owe you. You owe me. No. The title is You Owe Me. And the reason why you see so much peace and joy on the two of us and on the crew is because we realize if we get anything from anybody else, what a cherry on the top, whipped cream, what a bonus. But we're not relying on any. I was talking to Train and Katie today, bruh. Katie young too. She probably about Train age, I don't know. But she was like, well, we called this person. We had a meeting yesterday. I was like, yo, I ain't trying to bust your bubble, but I'll never have to have another meeting a day in my life. I'll never want to sit across from another human and them promising me that they gonna do X, Y, and Z for me. I'm like, bruh, I'm through with meetings. I'm through with talking. I'm through with all your little resources. I'm about to go out here and get what I got to get. So again, the book is not called You Owe Me. You don't owe me nothing. The book is called You Owe You. And when you really embrace the concept of this book, you're going to take off and go to a whole nother level.
So yeah, I think most people have probably seen the video, but let's give a little bit of the backstory. I don't know that we've ever told the backstory to that. He and I, just the two of us, went to Australia. Shout out to Glenn, Naomi. This is our second time. It was our third time there. And it was just the two of us. And New Zealand was the last stop. And New Zealand is not like close. It's closer to Australia, of course, than here. But
right. But you still got like a 45-minute.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we had toured probably about 2 weeks. And it was the last stop on the tour. And we got there. And man, let me tell you something. I don't know what happened, but there was a couple preliminary speakers and stuff like that. And I remember I was beat. Like, I'm just being real. The jet lag. I was missing my family. I was ready to go, but we had this last city, and he had been tearing it up the whole time. And we got in the room, man, and I'll be real with y'all. Like, they were already filming and videoing. At this point, I was kind of like, all right, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying, Jose? I'm just being transparent, bro. I went in the back, and I might have, like, put my head back like this, and I was chilling. And E got to talking, and I was like, oh, okay, E in the zone, which that's nothing new. And then he started snapping a little bit more, and I sat up. And then he started snapping a little bit more, and I sat up. And then, bruh, I don't know, but you said you, and I stood up out my seat, and it was like, we don't even do that. Like, I stood up out my seat to let him know, like, stay right there. Like, I literally stood up in the middle. I don't know who was behind. I don't know what was going on. I stood up, and he looked at me, and you just went to another gear. And I promise y'all, this is like, now, you know, Carl and I have edited all of these videos over the years, whatever. And usually how it works is he'll speak, then I'll kind of like conceptualize the message, and I'll tell Carl, like, hey, let me hear it back in my headphones, and I'll listen back to it and be like, here you go, cut this 5-minute piece and go. And this is the first time ever, I don't even know if I told you this, this is the first time ever I edited the entire thing in my head. I didn't even need to write it down. Like, I literally put all the pieces. So when y'all go back and watch the full video, it looks like maybe it was 8 sequential minutes or whatever it is. The speech was like, you probably did like 1:20. And I took bits and pieces from all over and combined them into that message. And I did it I literally called Carl as soon as we left. I don't even know what time it was in the States. And I called him and I was like, hey, this part. And he stitched it together, him and Ken. They put the music under it. And I was like, this one gonna go. And I knew it was gonna go because the message is so sincere of you owe you. It's like you said, man, you holding other people's feet to the fire, but you won't hold yourself to the fire. And I was like, yo, that's so true. Like, we demand so much of people. We demand that they show up on time. We demand that they give 120, but you don't demand that from yourself. And so walk us through when you had this. I mean, obviously it came out in New Zealand, but that lived inside of you for much longer. From being a homeless high school dropout, you had a lot of what we would say, not even excuses, good reasons. No relationship with your father, being out on the street level. You had a lot of good reasons not to make it happen. When did you owe you become something that you internalized?
Man, let me tell you something. First and foremost, man, as C was talking, I was just like, wow, this is why most of y'all aren't successful. You got to read the book. We had every right to be mentally, emotionally exhausted. Every right. Like, we flying to Australia, y'all. And Australia is not, no disrespect to Australia, but it's the same land mass, but it ain't like 50 states. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like that. And so you gotta make some moves to get from whatever. So we in Sydney, of course, you got Melbourne right there, Brisbane, right? Perth. It's like going on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So we traveling all over, and then boom, we hit New Zealand. But I'll never forget our first time there. Glenn told me that he had put his house up to make this event happen. Yeah, he did. My man said he put his house up. I'm like, what? Like, that was a level of responsibility. You owe you. It's about responsibility. It's about taking responsibility. And so, to C's point, the shift for me was when I started taking responsibility for my life and not saying, yo, my mom, bruh, yes, your mom has certain, she brought you into the world. Yes, there's a certain level of responsibility, but you're talking about a 17-year-old getting pregnant. She was 17 years old. I look at Jada 24, about to get her master's, and I don't know if Jada ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if Jada ready to be a mama right now. You feel what I'm saying? My mom was 17 with the realization that she got a child in her womb. And I always came out, y'all, believing, yo, my mom was the one that had me. Based on what I know, it's fully her responsibility to take care of the kid. You feel me? Like, my old dude wasn't in my life. It's like his responsibility. So at some point in my life, I felt like, yo, I'm their responsibility. Yeah. And I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I don't feel like in totality, they did everything they were supposed to do right. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, what, my mom, why they ain't get married? Why he wasn't in my, what I'm saying? Like, my whole life when I was screwed up, it was their responsibility. And the day I blew up, it's a system, is the day I woke up and realized, yo, it ain't nobody's responsibility, E. It's your doggone responsibility. This your life, right? And so that's number one. The book became a reality when I realized, like, yo, you got to take ownership. Number two, it really became real for me as I started dealing with other humans. And now I'm starting to hear other grown people talk like I was talking when I was homeless. And now I'm getting pissed. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting pissed because people are walking away from relationships, people getting divorced, leaving their kids out there, like, because they don't know. Like, they really don't know. Like, they really pissed at each other. People, business deals, people walking away, people who I told you I used to look up to. I'm like, wow, one of these days I want to run a bit like, and I realized people were splitting up because they were literally making their responsibility somebody else's responsibility, and they weren't getting it. Like, they weren't getting, you shouldn't be pissed at that person. Y'all shouldn't split up. Y'all shouldn't break up. Y'all splitting up because you think they wrong. You think they did something to you. They didn't. You didn't do for you what you were supposed to do for you. Now you put the weight on them. Now all of a sudden, you want them to bear a responsibility that does not belong to them. I'm gonna say it one more time. You want them to bear a responsibility that wasn't their responsibility in the first place. You feel me? And so that's when it really became real to me. And I was in that room. Number one, there were some conversations that were being had that I felt like, yo, I'm sick and tired of people because I'm gifted and I'm talented. They want to use me in the way they want to use me. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of it's almost like because I have a gift, because I attract people, because I'm authentic, because I'm transparent, because people believe in me. Now you want to use my gift to try to make money for you off my gift. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm tired of that. Like, and that's when I first came out saying, I know what I want. I don't want that. Do you know what you want? Do you know what you don't want? Like, I don't want that. You can't force me to do that. You can't force me to be that. You can't force me to want to have that. I don't want a Bentley, and I'm not mad. I don't want a Rolls Royce. That's not what I want. I don't want to live in a mansion. That's not what I want. I want to win a Nobel Peace Prize. I want to help kids. Like, don't try to make me into the business person that you are. That's not who I am. Go get your own gift. Go get your own transparency. Go get your own authenticity. Go get your own ability to attract people. But don't try to use my gift and manipulate my gift for your benefit. And I was pissed, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm tired. I'm tired of people seeing that people love me and care for me, and now they want to use me to
let's give real examples. Like, and we get very transparent in the book, but there were individuals who, again, and I was young, right? Like, I didn't know, I wasn't seasoned in business. I didn't understand the whole thing. Let's be real. Like, bro, the first check we ever got, I think I got $2,500. Yeah. I'm talking about, I was like, I went and bought my girl a ring. I bought an engagement ring, Jose. I was like, bro, I made it. Which, by the way, it's probably time for me to upgrade because she still got that joint. You know what I mean? But let me say this. And I want people to hear this, man, because you know what? Here's what I love. Somebody came and one of the biggest compliments I think that I've ever gotten. Somebody said, man, every time I come to an event or every time I'm around people who rock with you and ET and the movement, they just good people. It's like, y'all don't attract like a bunch of snakes. Like, y'all just got good people around y'all. And I was like, man. And so because of that, and I'm like, absolutely, we do. But we've encountered the sharks. And let me tell you something. When I was young, bro, I'm 25. We got people saying, yo, bring ET in. I'm going to give him $5,000. And they selling tickets and making $250,000. And I'm not saying nothing because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I know how to do that. Or maybe I should take this 5 and just chill out because I'm not. So let's talk about the financial part of it, right? Like people don't hear us talk a lot about money, but obviously we built a multi-million-dollar empire. We've built several multi-million-dollar empires. And I'm going to just say that. I know we downplayed a lot on the podcast, but I think our good people need to hear this because you're under the impression, and E always used to say, it clicked for him. I was under the impression that because I was a good person, because I was loyal, because I was going to church and loved God, I didn't do nobody wrong and never stole from somebody, that meant I was supposed to be financially successful. Absolutely. And E, at one point you told me, bro, that don't have nothing to do with the price of tea. It just has nothing to do with it. This is capitalism. We live in America. So you owe you as it relates to financial, and there's a lot of there's so many nuggets and gems in here about our blow up financially, right? Like there was a point when we blew up. I'm gonna just be real. We blew up on the internet way before we blew up financially. Absolutely. Like we wasn't, even though you probably knew us, I can remember people want pics in the airport, and he was signing autographs, and I was still broke. Shift that we had to say, okay, you owe you now financially. Nobody's gonna give you the money. I used to be naive enough to think like, oh, you know what's gonna happen? Oprah gonna see the Guru story, Jose, and she gonna be like, yo, who is this black man doing all this work for these kids? He in the schools, in the street. We just gonna bless my man with 10 million. I'm just being real. Like, I literally thought that. Like, somebody was just gonna come through with a blessing, and because that's what we were taught, right?
That's what you taught. That's what you taught.
And I promise you, it didn't happen.
And it wasn't supposed to.
People age at different speeds, and the date on your license may not represent your inner biological age at all. If you're looking for ways to extend your health span and slow down the aging process, the keys to health and longevity run in your blood. That's why Inside Tracker provides you with a personalized plan to improve and boost your metabolism, reduce stress, improve sleep, and optimize your health for the long haul. Created by leading scientists in aging, genetics, and biometrics, Inside Tracker analyzes your blood, DNA, and fitness tracking data to identify where you're optimized and where you're not. You'll get a daily action plan with personalized guidance on the right exercise, nutrition, and supplementation for your body. Add Inner Age 2.0 to any plan for a definitive calculation of your true biological age to see how you're aging from the inside out. For a limited time, get 20% off the entire Inside Tracker store. Just go to insidetracker.com/success. Again, that's insidetracker.com/success.
Oh, no, not at all. I didn't know that.
No, I'm just saying, I want people on the thing to understand we're talking about a system. We thought this, and this is why it never happened, because watch it, we thought you owe me. Again, we thought that, like, yo, we doing good in the earth. Yeah, so real. People gonna see it, and they just supposed to take the money that they worked hard for, and they supposed to just write us a check so we could be successful.
Well, I thought that was, again, in my mind.
No question.
You put it out and it comes back. And I'm really speaking to y'all who are out there and you like, yo, see, I'm faithful to my spouse. Yeah. I'm a good parent. Yeah. I'm doing this. Yeah. I'm going to church. Yeah. I'm tithing. Yeah. And I'm still not where I need to be. I don't smoke. Right. I'm not
whatever.
And I'm still not where I need to be financially. And I remember when it clicked for us, and I said, oh, okay, this is not how it works. Nobody's coming to save you. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you put it out and you're thinking it should come back like that, nobody's coming to save you. We live in a capitalistic society, and in order to get it, you got to go get it. And we detail in there how we started to go get it. And that was important. And shout out to Master P. We just said, look, everything's on us. Every dollar we make, every t-shirt we print, and we put a system together that allowed us to get to that next level. But I want you to speak from that perspective, because obviously, you know, for those of you who don't know, he is a real pastor, right? You say E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher sound cute like a nickname. You're a real pastor, and you kind of grew up. I'm not gonna say money was evil, but it wasn't like you don't want to overly chase the bag for people to look at you.
It was evil for me. Right. Money was evil. Right. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, I grew up, you know, Chicago, Detroit. It was a church on every corner, and a lot of these dudes was hustlers. You know, and again, no disrespect to the pastors out there doing what they're supposed to do, doing it the right way. As a matter of fact, I probably went years, maybe 7 years with my own ministry where I was like, don't pay me no money, because I just felt evil about getting tithes and offerings from people. I just like, I'm gonna make my money from speaking. So even as a pastor, I would have certain church members going like, yo, pastor, I don't think that's right. I think you're supposed to get blessed because you're doing the Lord's work. I'm like, I don't want to touch the money. Like I make my own money my own way. He
would literally forget to do
tithes and offerings.
I'm talking about every church service. He would be like, all right, y'all go in peace. Somebody running from the back like, hey, wait, tithes and offerings.
And I was like, yo, we got money. We blessed. And let me stop. All right, if y'all don't mind, let me stop. Much respect to UOU. Now I'm gonna tell y'all why UOU is big for me. It's big for me because after all these years of me and C being together, and he keeping his promise to make me a household name, we just getting started, y'all. It's crazy to sit here and think after all we've done, after all the lives we changed, we signed a publishing deal where we, you know, was able to, you know, get almost $500,000. Somebody came to me and was like, you should have got set. That's another story. But we put ourselves in a position to get a book deal, y'all, and went back and was like, no, we don't want that. Let's negotiate this way. And was able to get what we negotiated. Like, yo, y'all, like if we never did anything else, I felt like we did enough. And so I just want to shout C out because, you know, a lot of people don't take responsibility. CJ didn't say, and some of y'all mad at people, y'all pissed, but you're pissed because you think it's their responsibility. You feel me? And it's yours. And I took mine. And C was like, look, I'm going to take ownership of making you a household name. Like, that's it. That's my job. And I'm telling y'all, he did it. It's so crazy, y'all. And let me just tell y'all thank you. I'm going to look at the camera, but thank you. Bro, I put my son through college.
Yeah.
You understand how hard that is? I paid cash for my boy to go to school because I'm a household name. My daughters graduated with a master's degree. My babies don't even know what a FAFSA is. Like that, somebody said FAFSA. Jada was like, Jada didn't know what you doing? My baby didn't even know what FAFSA was.
Yeah.
My wife retired with MS because this man made me a household name. We bi-coastal, y'all. When it's cold, we get to leave and go to Cali. We got a pool in the back. I ain't growing no pool. We got a pool in the backyard. We got a backyard where we can entertain people. Like, we got enough money where, by the grace of God, I never have to work again. We got to trust. You understand what I'm saying? I got insurance. Something happened to me, I got insurance. We got other businesses that if something happened,
and let me say this though, again, and this is why I want to talk about the shift, bro, because you giving me props, but me seeing how you operated, like y'all really have to be around from the jump, right? Like we would go to churches when we first started, right? Like that was the first people who would book us on the reg.
Shout out to the church.
Like I'm just being real. I was like, this is when it clicked for me. And I don't even know when it clicked for E, but it clicked for me when we would go to a church and speak, and they would be like, all right, we're paying y'all $500. And then they might take up another side offering for E, and we might leave out of the church with $1,000 for 2-3 days worth of work. And we would go out in the streets and just be like walking to dinner or something like that. And E would see like a little kid, and he'll be like, hey man, how you doing in school? And his mom, he'd be with his mom, maybe he looked like could have been a single mom situation or something like that. He'd give my man $200. And I used to be looking like, yo, E, remember you was like, E one time was like, see, just take my cash from me because I'm just going to give it away.
No doubt.
And I used to be like, yo, we just got 1,000. You just gave little man 20%. You know what I'm saying? I'm only getting 10%. I'm like, hold up, I'm counting money. I'd have got to ask little man for a loan now. So, but I was sitting there and I was like, yo, it's no way we shouldn't be getting paid more because who better to steward the money that God going to bless us with than us? Like, so it's so funny because some people like, I love it. And I'm going to be real. I'm guilty. I'm learning things, right? Like, Jose, I used to be like, all right, cool. I'm going to start tithing as soon as I get some real paper. And he would be like, yo, 10% is 10%. But I'm like, I know, but if I got $1 million, 100,000 ain't nothing. Right? But if I only got $1,000, bro, $100 is about to hurt me. That was my mentality. I didn't understand. And you start making some things clear to me, and I start watching how you move. And I start watching you give without the expectation of props or return. Like, I'm just being real. Like, we would go places and he would like tip somebody on the low. Like, he'll leave a bill. It might be $50. We went to lunch. Now, mind you, that ain't nothing now. But back then, it'd be $50. He would be like, whatever the bill was, that's how much I'm tipping. I used to be like, what? Like, so we go somewhere and eat $75, he'll tip $75. Mind you, I'm telling you, we didn't have bread like that. And I was like, yo, there's no way. Meanwhile, I'm like, one, you're going to have to know if I'm tipping you 75, I need you to see. Like, I'm going to hand you the joint back and be like, whoa, hey, my man, yo, take a look. Blessings, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. I'm petty like that. Like, I'm going into Starbucks. I'm going to let you see me put the dollar in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was me. Like, don't, and that's a 5. Like, don't think my man behind me, don't let him get. So I'm just telling you, like, I came up under a different system and I watched how he was moving and I said, yo, not only are we going to make him a household name, he's going to be a multimillionaire because who better to look out for these kids, to look out for single mothers, to look out for college students than this man right here. I hope you don't mind me telling this story. We had,
you telling it, so
I'm going to tell it. I just say, I hope you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't better to ask for forgiveness than permission. But, you know, we had, he got fired from the church. You know what I'm saying? And we go into that in here as well. I know you may have heard us talk about it a little bit, but he literally got, you know, booted out the door. and we started a new church. And we had a family come through, a Latino family. And they must have came, 2-3 times? And they came to the church. Now, mind you, we definitely doing better, but not, where we are now. And their house caught on fire. And I remember they were like, we're going to do an offering from the church and stuff like that. And everybody was giving, $100, $200, $300. Some people had $500, And I never forget, he wrote a check for $20,000. And that $20,000 at the time was equivalent to the $200 he gave Lil Man. And I watched E and I was like, yo, I could see if it was me. You know what I'm saying? Like my house, like I've been this right hand man forever. Like I don't even know if he knew these people's first name like that. And you gave him $20,000.
Well, that's how much it's going to cost. They have insurance, so it's going to cost $200 to get the house.
It's going to cost $20,000 to get the kitchen fixed, whatever. And you gave him $20,000. And it was and I'm just trying to let y'all in on moments where I said, yo, I'm not doing the humble, oh, we'll just take whatever you can give us anymore. And those are the moments that turn me into the beast that I am today. Like when people talk about, yo, CB on people's head, like, bro, I promise you, these are the moments. And I never even talked about this. You done seen me had to go all the way to the finish line to get our bag. Like I don't play no more because I understand what we do with that money. Now, I'm not going to say we don't live nice and have, nice things and our wives are retired and all of those things, but we steward the money. And so when I watching E in those type of situations said, yo, you have to be in charge of making sure that, and my next thing is a billionaire. Like that, I told him that. I said, cool, household name, that's done. We're going to get the Nobel Peace Prize. We're going to get the billions. Like that's next because I know what he could do with it. And so I just wanted to let people in on when I had the mind shift financially of like, yo, we're not sitting back just like, oh, gee, thank you for $3,000. I remember when I start charging people 50 grand. People start calling, how much is the book, Eric Thomas? $50,000. And I said it with a presence of, I'm not playing and it's not negotiable. And guess what? People started to pay it. And so that's what, man, the system is so crazy because once you start to see yourself in a certain light, and how do you see yourself in a certain light? You put in the work. We had so many years of doing ministry for free that we knew it was our time to execute on the other end. And the system is in there, man. And we talk about that.
Yeah, so and again, I want y'all to make sure y'all catching the system, the first part of the system. Is there a lot of you think you deserve more money? You understand what I'm saying? You think you deserve more of the pie, but you're not trying to take more of the responsibility. I want to make sure you understand the system. See, the reason why I do what I do is because I pay my people's insurance. I was paying 80-20 all day, meaning what? I'm paying for you to have your baby. I'm taking responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm paying 80% of your child being born. You feel me? I'm paying insurance. I'm paying, we have investments for our staff. Like we have 401ks. We got that. We got workman's comp. Like we got it all. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of y'all want the money people make, but you don't want the responsibility that they take. I'm going to say it again. You want the money that they make. You don't want the responsibility that they take. And UOU is about step one in the system of getting to the top. How many grants have we gotten?
None.
Loans have we taken?
0.
I'm not saying don't take loans. I ain't trying to say don't take grant. I'm telling you, we've been totally responsible for our, but like he said, when I bless somebody, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want to be I don't want to be connect. Like I don't want nothing from you. I'm doing it because I've been blessed and I'm being responsible to those people that are blessing me. Like for real, I love you for life, but I'm not blessing you because I'm trying to bless you. I'm blessing you because I'm being responsible to the people that bless me with information, that open up doors for me, etc. So UOU is about taking responsibility. Let me say this. I get a lot of flack in my community. Cats be on that, bro, but what about oppression? And what about, bro, I went to an HBCU, like flat out. A lot of y'all talk that talk, flat out. You just talking. You are a theorist. You are a phenomenal, orator or debater. You like to be online. You like to be on TV talking about the problem. Like, whatever. Like, let's go toe to toe with my resume. I've been teaching a GD class. I've been in the hood from day one. I can take you to some of the kingpins in every city I've been to who were kids who are now handling their business, married, GEDs, served time in prison. I've been in the prisons. I don't just be on TV talking. I've been in the prisons. I've been in the youth detention. I've been on the blocks. I've been with my people, not talking. I've been with my people. I've been in the trenches with my people, not just talking. I marched when I was in college. We did the sit-ins, right? I'm still in the schools to this day for free. I'm still in high schools, middle school. I'm still calling what you would call regular folks on the phone. I'm still meeting people and sitting down and talking to people. Like, so for a lot of us, you know, we get caught up in that rhetoric, right? I'm not into that. Like, I literally want to win a Nobel Peace Prize because I want to help so many kids. But what have I done? I've taken the responsibility of Dr. Martin Luther King. I've taken the responsibility of Malcolm. You understand what I'm saying? So when people say to me, oh, what about oppression? What about racism? What about whatever? Listen to me very closely. It's all real. I'm not debating none of it. But I owe it to myself to get through every single thing I need to get through to live the life that I want to live, that I feel like I deserve. So yeah, you got all kind of trials and tribulations. You got all kind of evil people. You got all kind of legislation. You got all kind of stuff that's up against you. I don't care what's up against me. Did he deserve to be bi-coastal? My kids deserve to be working on their own business and do whatever they want. I can't sit here and say because this legislation was written or because this happened, it should just stop me or I should just fold. No, all that stuff is real. I'm not debating it, but you owe you. You owe you to live the life you're supposed to live. You bump what they doing. I owe it to myself to experience the American dream. Listen to me. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but this is my belief. This is a temporary experience. I got that from Jose. This is a temporary experience. I'd be darned if I'm going to live a temporary experience and I'm not going to get to choose my temporary experience. I don't care who's against me. I don't care what they write. I will rise above all. Why? Because I owe me. I don't owe the person that wrote the bill. I don't owe the racist that's trying to stop me. I don't owe the teacher that don't believe I can graduate with a PhD. I owe myself. I owe my wife. I don't really owe my kids no more because they grown. Right? But I'm still going to take responsibility because I brought them to this world. I'm telling you, you owe you, doggone it. You owe you to overcome every obstacle, every trial, every tribulation, whatever, demons you feel like generationally, the curses that have been passed down to you, you owe you to not make excuses. You get one. You owe you. And when I walk up at this joint, I walk out on my terms. I walk out on my terms. I live on my terms. I owe myself. And I used to be like my mama, my daddy, Chicago, Detroit. I owe me. I owe nobody else. And this young man made a decision. I'm going to make you a household name. And we're going to do everything we can with this household name to be a blessing and to get blessed. And so I'm telling you, it's time. Like, bro, I see people talking all that talk. I don't owe them. I don't owe them nothing. I don't owe them nothing. And I told my mom, Ma, I love you. And my mom, like, you know, she's a great human being. My grandma, I love them. My mom is healthy, so she's trying to help people. I told my mom, like, Ma, I ain't trying to be funny. You get one life. You owe it to you to still be happy. Like, while you blessing other people, Ma, you still got to look out for you. And I'm telling y'all, you owe you. Your son, you owe you. Yeah, you put him through college. Yeah, you went to every football game. You owe you now, though. You owe you to retire. You owe you to travel the world. You blessed him. You went to every parent-teacher conference, every game. You did everything you could for your child. Now you owe yourself to go see the world. You owe yourself to write that book. You owe yourself to become a millionaire. You owe yourself to be a fashion designer. Whatever it is, this book is just telling you, you owe you, but here's where you got to start. You got to do it for you because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. You owe it to you to do it for yourself because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. So I love you enough to tell you the truth. And that hard truth is 10 principles. You got one. There are 9 more principles in this book that is going to help you to be where we are. And that's what? Living life on our own terms, bro. That's all I want for you. We don't know what we not about trying to define your success for you. We're not about to tell you what you should be, what you should do. You listen to the podcast. We won't get caught up in that. We ain't about to tell you but we are telling you, you need to know what it is you want to do. And you need to spend the rest of your life pursuing that and going after that, no matter how hard or difficult it is.
Having an expert in your corner makes all the difference in the world. I can name you countless times where I tried to do it myself, right? And still ended up having to get help. Broken toilet handle, easy fix, right? Nope, still needed a plumber. I remember hearing about all the low interest rates and I jumped on that refinance bandwagon and I almost made a really bad deal. But thanks to a few real estate experts in my life, I was able to save thousands of dollars, right, in interest. And this is why, guys, you have to check out Titan. As everyday investors, the cards have been stacked against us. We've been given access to this marketplace of stocks, but we're competing against institutional investors with unlimited resources. We're simply told to invest in the S&P 500 and be happy with the conservative average. But when you're wealthy, you have access to teams of experts, different types of portfolios and investment vehicles, and so much more. Growing your long-term wealth isn't something that you can just do it yourself, and you shouldn't just sit back and shoot for average returns. With Titan, you have a personal investment team that researches and invests for you so that you can aim to outperform the market while giving you a courtside seat to become a smarter investor along the way. With Titan, you get access to strategies similar to those in the 1% without having to be the ultra wealthy or pay those hefty fees. All it takes is $100 to get started. Deposit your money, select which of their portfolios you want to invest in, and that's it. Titan's experts will give you updates about the market and decisions being made with your money, and you can even ask them questions within the app. And now, Titan's bringing their knowledge to an expertly managed crypto portfolio. We all know that we should get into crypto, but who knows where to start, right? Instead of trying to guess, let a team who eats, sleeps, and breathes crypto do the research and invest in this fast-growing asset class for you. Titan aims to grow your investments at least 15% annually net of fees, which could mean doubling your wealth every 5 years. I just started with Titan a couple weeks ago and it was super simple to get started, just to follow a few prompts on the app. And guys, I feel completely comfortable knowing that I have experts helping me to work on my legacy, my family's legacy. So check out Titan if you aim to become the smartest, wealthiest investor that you've ever been. Head over to titan.com/success to get $50 when you invest with Titan. You must go to this URL or you will not get that $50 and they won't know that you came from the Secrets to Success podcast, right? So again, that's $50 when you go to titan.com, titan.com/success and invest with Titan. This is a sponsored ad and I am a client of Titan and I'm invested in their flagship portfolio.
One of the things that I think is also unique about the book is this is by far the most transparent that I think you've ever been. We talked about it before when you write or when you speak, and sometimes, it's just real. Y'all know how he talk. Like, he's not necessarily choosing his words. If something happened last night at the crib, he gonna say it on stage the next morning, and that's often been a source of contention, maybe for you and Didi. Or you and Jalen, especially, you've been hard on Book.
Diddy's skin is thick.
Yeah. But I'm saying, those are because you don't speak from a playbook. You speak from your heart. Those things can be tough, and they can be even tougher memorialized in a book. And so, talk about why you chose to be so transparent, even more so than I think you have been in the past, about things that happened growing up, about things that happen in business, about, rifts that you and I have had. Why did you feel the need in this book? Like, because I'm going to be real, I wasn't necessarily comfortable. I'm like, bruh, we don't need to show everybody that. Like, you know what I mean? People got a perception that me and you just line up, Jordan and Scotty the whole time. And now that we looking like the new Jordan and Scotty, it ain't working. And so talk about why you wanted to be so transparent in this book. Even talking about, the church situation, which was a tough situation, which was crazy, which was the rift you had with, your alma mater. Like, there were some really tough things that you got into in this book that I know, just talking to you about it, I've heard you break down crying several times, and we never shared it anywhere, but you shared it in this book.
I felt like, again, it's a temporary experience, So I felt like the book was going to be around longer than I am. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I literally feel like the videos, you look at Martin Luther King, he gone. The videos are still out. Malcolm stuff is still out. And so I felt like, you owe it to the people not to protect your image. not to protect your family's image, not to protect the company's image or the church or the alma mater. Like you owe it to the people to keep it real. It's funny. I call T. Marshall Kelly, who was like, a professor at Oakwood and one of the big dogs, in the faith or whatever. He one of the pillars. And I call, it's like, I ain't trying to talk bad about, the church. I ain't trying to talk bad about Oakwood. You know what I'm saying? This is my people. Like I wouldn't be where I am without it. Like I'm not trying to talk bad about it. And he said, did it happen? I said, yeah, it happened. He said, did Joseph get to tell his story without saying his brothers were trying to kill him? You know what I'm saying? Did Joseph tell the story, but he's like, did he skip the whole part about his brothers? Like that was real. His brothers tried to kill him, man. Like it is what it is. He like, you got to tell the story. Now you ain't got to be evil or mean or say names or whatever, but you got to tell the story. Tell a story that God is going to be glorified by the story. And somebody needs to hear the story to be free more than you need not to tell it to protect some folk. I'm going to say it one more time. Yeah. There are people who need to be liberated by your story more than the people who need to be protected by it. You feel me? So he's like, you ain't got to dog nobody out or do none of that, but tell the story. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I felt like, there are a lot of kids who went to Oakwood, who went to Michigan State, who from Chicago, who from Detroit, who are from Gary, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people who've had my experience, who've had moms that were teenage moms, who didn't have a biological father. And they're like, whatever. Like, all the people that we blessing, God was like, you owe it to me, son, to bless my people more than you deserve to protect the people you're trying to protect. I'm the one that blessed you. I'm the one that looked out for you. Tell the story, tell the story how I blessed you. And that's a part of it. So for me, man, it was like, I just want to see marriages, people stay together. Or if they don't stay together, still have a friendship. I want to see kids healthy. I want to see people make money. I want to see people get closer to Christ. I want to see people get closer to each other. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I had to be transparent and be honest. And I'm gonna be real. When I wrote the first book, my mom was like, whatever, hurt, like you shouldn't have, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mean no harm. I just telling my story. My sisters, I can't believe you. I ain't even really go in like that. And I realized sometimes, for real, like you said, your transparency, even though you don't look at how it does affect other people. But at the end of the day, my mom gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone. My sister's gonna be gone. My biological father, my father, everybody gonna be gone. But the truth still needs to live on. You know what I'm saying? And so I felt like I need to tell the truth without being, was no malice in it, no hatred. I ain't dogging nobody out. I'm just telling the story, as much as I can without names and whatever. But the principles, I'm trying to make sure they're there and people understand the principles in their totality. So if they're going through the same situation, they can use the same principles to get to where we are and not to stay where I would have stayed had it would have my mom or my daddy. Yeah, blaming folks.
So let's get into it then. One of the things that we always said, we were coming up, we were always just like, it was it was the two of us. So we were always, the only example we had of two young brothers who was like Master P was kind of on solo.
Yeah, no question.
Like Diddy was on the solo. A lot of them was like, you knew who the one guy was, but it was like, there was one particular set of dudes that we were like, man, like that's who and it was Jay-Z and Dame. And we always looked at and tried to study like, why did they break up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they both phenomenal entrepreneurs. This ain't no shade to anybody. But
it's just who we looked up to and who to this day, you know what I'm saying? We modeled our stuff
100%. Respected 1,000,000%. And so it was funny because one of the reasons that I stepped to the background, people still to this day, Jose, you don't got Twitter, you don't got Instagram, you're not online. Because when I looked at where the rift kind of, and again, I could be all wrong. I'm just telling you how I looked at it. When I saw Dame kind of getting famous too, and like being a celebrity too, because I always looked at Dame as the business guy. So when we talking about Dame and Ho, like he was out on the stage going crazy. I was in the boardroom firing people up. Like that's just what I did. And then I saw Dame kind of take a new role, and it was like he was in the videos and he was like becoming a celebrity in his own right. And again, that's two grown men. I don't want to ever speak on their business. I'm telling you, my perception from the outside was like, okay, it didn't work now because you had two people doing the same thing. And so I was contrary to popular belief, I love it. I'll speak at a conference. Some people be like, you shouldn't be so shy. You're a great speaker. I've been speaking my whole life. I love speaking. I chose to take the background and go more towards the business and the branding side because I saw that somebody got to watch E back while he on stage. Like, I can't be like, all right, E, you want to go first? Let's rock, paper, scissors, see who get to go first. You going to Tennessee? I got to go to Chicago. Like, it wasn't going to work like that. And so I chose to stay behind the scenes, build up the business, build up the brand, and go to that next level. And when I saw Dame and Hove break up, I said, okay, cool. See, don't ever thrust yourself into the spotlight. That's what E is here for. And I tell you, people are like, oh, see, you so humble. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I saw E's wins as my wins. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, I wasn't sitting in the back when somebody asked to take a picture with E going, man, I wish they would take a picture with me. I felt like they were taking a picture with me. Every time E got stopped in the airport, I was like, yo, it's working. People be like, hey, my man, I don't even know who you is. Take this picture for me. I'm like, oh, bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, there was no point where I was salty because I knew our goal was to get E to that level because of the stories I told you already and the countless number of other stories that I had. I was like, yo, the world, people, black men need to see this as an example. And I go to my grave making sure they see it. And that worked out for a long time. But there was, and we talk about this in the book, there was a point where I guess you tell it from your side and then I'll tell it from my side.
I'll let him read the book, but I will say this to y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say this to y'all. You know, I felt like as me and C looked at Dame and Hove, Dame and Hove, I felt like I need to do my part. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt like, yo, I need to do my part because he is making so many sacrifices, you know, and I'll never forget, like, I ain't put this in the book because this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't my business or whatever, but he had came to me once and was like, you know, Candace, and for those of you who know Candace's wife, for those of you who don't know, Candace was with me before I even really got strong with CJ like that, right? So collectively, and then we have our individual relationships. So he came to me once like, yo, Candace. So when he say Candace, I'm thinking Candace his wife, but I'm also thinking like, I don't never want to mess up my relationship with Candace. You know what I'm saying?
Don't work out with y'all.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got beat.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, he came to me and was like, yo, Candace was asking me, like, yo, I know who you are. That's why she married him. Like, yo, how you feel about how this stuff is going? You feel me? And so when he said that to me, I was already on the, hey, I want to make sure this thing work out. Because again, here's the beauty you have of studying somebody else's life. They gave you so much that you can actually not make some of the mistakes that they made because they went before you. You feel what I'm saying? So we don't never feel like we better than nobody. We feel like when we talk about Master P, we feel like we benefited from Master P. We benefit from Diddy and what we learned from Diddy dealing with his artists, you know, the way he dealt with them.
Dame and Ho, watching them move independently and build what they did.
Yeah, we get to watch them and learn from them. And somebody else is going to watch us and take it to another level that we never took it to. But I was like, okay, what must it feel like to be number one, but humble yourself to be number two so that I can stay number one? You feel me? Like that's gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's gotta be, you know, something. And so I've always tried to make sure in this relationship that I humble myself too, that I put myself in a position where I let everybody know when they come to me, like, yo, this who you need to be coming to. This the person that said that they was gonna make me a household name. Would I be doing what I'm doing? Would he be doing what he doing? You'll read about some stuff he said to me in the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely we would. But would we be doing, would I reach the height that I reached without?
Well, I think you talk about the humility. You weren't even comfortable with the original plan. Yeah. Like, I don't think people understand, like, they don't know us back in the Break the Cycle days. We had a company called Break the Cycle, and it was a crew. Like, it was the Jackson 5. So if you look at the Jackson 5, you know, Quincy Jones probably was the one that snatched Mike out of the Jackson 5, right? And was like, no, Mike is the star. Well, in this, he always calls me Quincy Jones because in this equation, I'm in the Jackson 5. I was back there on the drums and I pulled him out. It wasn't, so when people, it's funny, remember, people, we'll get people writing in like, oh, like a podcast, who is this C? I didn't come here to see him. And it's like, people like, oh, I can't believe they dogging out C. And I just laugh because I'm like, That was the plan. Like, that was the plan for me and Carl and LaShawna and everybody else in the crew to be the Jackson 5 and let E be Michael Jackson. So when people say, oh, you just humbled yourself, I'm like, no, the strategy that I put together worked. I can remember we were sitting in the office and I told you, I was like, bro, this not working. Break the Cycle ain't no person. It don't have kids. It don't have a message. Eric Thomas, E.T. has a message. And so when we made that decision to break from the company route or promoting the company and putting you out as an individual, and then it began to work, people were like, oh, C don't get the credit. I'm like, wait, this is all by design. But to E's point, it made it easier on me because he wasn't limelight seeking. You know what I'm saying? If he would have been like, hey, look here, little guy, like, I'm gonna blow up. You gonna get your chance. Just chill out. I probably would have been like, okay, cool. At some point, we're gonna become rivals. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, I might have broke and been like, all right, cool. E on top. Now I'm going my way. Hey, let's see who can get where. I never felt like that because, to E's point, he took that humility route and was just like, yo, this is a tandem. And if you ever heard, man, it was people who for years, probably up until the podcast, used to be like, yo, who in the blank is CJ? Like, because he would say my name so many times. And I think subconsciously he was doing it to let me know, like, hey, I ain't taking off on you, even though I didn't need him to do that. Like, he would be in TGIM, like, I was talking to C the other day. C told us we need to do this. C told us we need to do that. And so it worked, obviously, right? But it didn't come without challenges. And one of the challenges in the book, and this is like within the last few years, right? Like, so even though we were, and at the time we was already making millions, doing really well. And I would say our first major challenge happened. And because of who we are and because of our character, we was able to get through it. And I ain't gonna.
And I'm gonna say again, responsibility. I made it my responsibility to do what I said I was gonna do and not let nothing come between us, you know? And, you know, we all talk, you know, everybody got their rappers, whatever. You know, I always been a Tupac guy. That's my guy. You know, C always been Biggie. You know what I'm saying? But
you could probably pick that up by our energy. You know what I'm saying? You see how hype he get, how laid back I am.
You know what I'm saying? But I think I was endeared to Hove. You know, like he said, when it was their crew, and when Hove said, "We all we got," like, I'd just be real, bro. Like, that hit me, because when you come from the block, it's a lot of snakes. You know, it's a lot of sharks. It's a lot of, you know, crabs in the bucket. You know, so to hear another adult male from the block talk about, yo, we all we got. You know, I was like, E, you got to be responsible for keeping this together. You know what I'm saying? And you the only one that can mess it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Brian stupid. I hear the lines. You know, it's like, hey, you made a hole, make another hole. You feel me? Like, I feel it 1,000%. I get it. You feel me? And I had to be mature and not let my demons get in the way and go, yo, E, you made a responsibility to C and Candace. Like, you married them. Like, you made a responsibility. Like, it's your responsibility for not just making money and having whatever success you have, but, man, it's a family, bro. We all we got, you know? And, you know, he said, ain't nobody liking your girl. You know what I'm saying? If something happened to you, I got your son. Like, that's real to me, y'all. I felt that. You feel me? And I understand that in the real world, that's going to get challenged. So I get it. But you owe you. I owe it to me to not let this company or my position in the world go before our relationship. Like, I couldn't let the videos and the dude on the videos and the hype, E.T., you changed my life. I couldn't let that. I never want to be in a position where me and Lil Trey ain't talking no more. Bump me and see. I don't never want to not be his godfather. I don't never not want to be here when he, you know, win the baseball tournaments. You know what I'm saying? When he go to college, finish high school, he get married. I don't want when Sweet Pea get married, she go through, you know what I'm saying, life. I want to be able to be there, even if I'm sitting there praying from my seat or if I'm up officiate, whatever. Married his brother, Train. I married Nick. Like, me and me and his old dude, we talk on our own. He called me up there, E, I got some dressing for you. I'm like, hold on to it. Greg was like, E, I can take it to the crib. I'm like, cool. Then I'm going to be at your crib. If you take it to the crib, you're going to have to sit down with me. So I want to reserve this.
Family, y'all. Yeah. This is not, listen to what he's saying. Like, it was one day you married me. He married both my brothers and their wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, him and my dad go on walks together every week when he at the crib. Like, we are family for real. and we've been through some real things, and we got through some real things, and we built some real things, and it's special, man. And listen, I'm about to monopolize this for 1 second.
All right, take
Stay
your
out
time.
my way, don't
All
say
right.
nothing. Listen to me, man. This book right here, we've never been on asking y'all for much, like for real. I'm not, and E probably still ain't asking, but I'm asking you right now to pre-order this book, all right? The one thing I told E when we looked at, me and E always have a State of the Union, like just the two of us. Every year, E kind of like does a brain dump, and I take that and we run with it. We were in the middle of COVID, and E was having his brain dump, and he was just like, yo, it's just some things that I feel like some benchmarks that I need to clear. And, you know, one of them is a New York Times bestseller. And he was like, man, we did it out the trunk. They would call us and ask us, like, how many books did y'all sell? We was like, hey, count the books up. We didn't know. We took a chance, y'all. Like, this was a big chance for us, a big risk for us going with a major publishing company. The pre-order of this book is important. That's how we get primetime placement in Barnes & Noble. That's how we're going to get on the Hudson News at the airport. You're going to see this thing. This is how it becomes one of the top sellers in the world. I know E probably don't care as much as I do, but this is something that I want to do for my brother as he enters his 50s. I want to clear this benchmark for him. I need y'all to pre-order the book. This book is phenomenal. This book is life-changing. Don't wait, because if you wait and do it, they're not going to show us the love. I got off the phone with the publishing company yesterday, and they said, hey, the better the pre-order does, the more copies Barnes & Noble, more copies Schuler's, more copies the Hudson News, and everybody else is going to order. So I'm asking y'all to go to etinspires.com, click the pre-order link. We got some free stuff in there for you, too. If you go to the pre-order link, you're going to get the free workbook and the free video course to go with it. Only if you order on the pre-link. The book is coming out in the fall. We have that.
My birthday.
Okay. September 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard.
It's the 3rd. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
You was
I'm not
right
great
there.
with dates.
He was right there.
I just wanted to be a day early. You know what I'm saying?
She was pregnant on the 2nd,
The book comes out September 3rd, but I don't want y'all to wait. If you're watching this podcast, if you're listening, listen, we give y'all a free podcast. We've been doing this podcast how long? 6 years.
6 years.
Since my son was a baby, since my daughter was born. And she about to be 6, y'all. And it's free every single week. And I promise you, we're going to keep coming with that heat. We're going to keep inspiring you. We're going to keep doing what we do. But I need y'all to go pre-order this book. You can get it at etinspires.com. If y'all start pre-ordering this link right now, they're going to start ordering thousands and thousands of books. And let me tell you something. I'm just being real. As I close up this pitch, let me put it up here so you can see it. But as I close up this pitch, you got a lot of other guys. They pay for the fancy tricks. You know what I mean? They pay for the crazy algorithms. People in e-space, they do a lot of the stuff that we just not into.
Yeah, we don't do that stuff, y'all.
We depend on you, the people, us to do our thing, and then the y'all to show up and do y'all thing. All right. So again, etinspires.com right now. I need you to go pre-order that. If y'all want to do us a favor, if you want to get E a sweet birthday present, when September 3rd comes, let that New York Times bestseller list read UOU on the top. And you pre-ordering that thing right now is going to make sure that happens. So I just want to say that. I know you don't like doing that, but I'm asking y'all from the bottom of my heart, for my brother, to get closer to that Nobel Prize, to get closer to being that humanitarian award. Again, man, we've been underground, and we did this thing underground for a long time. No more. We letting the mainstream know that E.T. is on top, and he's a force to be reckoned with. And not for him, but for the millions and millions of people that he inspires and will continue to inspire in the future. So go order the book. UOU pre-order, available right now at etinspires.com, man. I love you, man.
Love you too, fam.
Hey,
this is big, bro. Appreciate
Let's go.
you.
Carl,
This
Ball,
is
sorry
big.
y'all couldn't make it. You know, we had to do the OG thing.
Yeah.
But man, we appreciate y'all. We'll be back to our regular scheduled podcast next week. Go get that pre-order right now. We love you. We'll see you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your... Stop caring about what people who made bad decisions think about your good decisions. Stop. So now you hurt because you like, oh, they think I'm a sellout, or they think I don't love them. I don't care what they think. They made bad decisions. They don't have the right to tell me how I should do with my life when I should do. They broke.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, Green Juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy.
Organifi just launched a green juice with a slight twist, guys. They've added their crisp apple, right? Apples have arrived, introducing the refreshing taste of new Organifi green juice crisp apple. All the benefits you've come to love in the classic reset green juice with a new juicy twist. Enjoy the same fan favorite nourishing ingredients, ashwagandha, moringa, spirulina, chlorella, designed to hydrate, energize, and support cortisol balance. The new green juice, the crisp apple juice, guys, is made with organic, wholesome, hand-picked apples, and it tastes like a fresh, juicy slice in every sip. If mint just isn't for you, this refreshing new recipe certainly is, making it the first of its kind the whole family will love. All right, so the kids can get in on this one, guys. Apple juice, as you've never tasted it before, now for a limited time. Take the meh out of the mornings with the green juice apple crisp from Organifi.
Make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation,
What?
Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
Hey. Here he go.
I'm moving over
There
here.
they go.
I can't, Ma, you know I
What
can't
they
afford to
say.
get sick, Ma.
There they
I ain't
go.
had COVID
Listen.
yet.
Hey,
I can't afford to get
Well,
it.
why y'all got me sitting over here?
Oh, because you already had it twice. You had it twice already.
No.
Your
Hey,
system is strong.
Right,
listen.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he had diet COVID. I ain't gonna lie. He had like a little something, but I think he prayed it off him.
Oh, yeah.
I
just
heard
say-
him. It was like a day or two. I was like,
Let me say this, Ma. I've never had the one that puts you out and you
Yeah.
can't work and
No,
do
no,
your
you
work, bro.
definitely-
That's the one I can't get right
We'll get
now.
into it.
I got
We'll
a
get
long
into it.
schedule, Ma.
Yeah.
I got a long
He had the
schedule.
24-hour COVID.
we got Dr. King in the building.
Let's
What's
go.
Dr. King, how you feeling?
Man, I'm wonderful, bro. Wonderful.
Okay.
I look COVID in the eye.
Yeah. You stared COVID in the eyes.
Man, it's back. Come back.
Did you flex?
Guess who's
Did you
back?
flex? I didn't even know, bro.
Yeah.
Dr. Thomas in the building.
Hey,
Sir.
Man, we had
Camille was singing that song. She wasn't singing it, but it came on.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know who made that song, but what's that
Mace.
song? How did you get here? Nobody's
nobody's supposed to be
Deborah
here.
Cox.
Nobody's supposed to be
Yeah.
here.
That's Deborah Cox.
Nobody's supposed to
I
be
tried that COVID for the last time.
How
My immune system says no now.
get here?
So
Nobody's
yes,
supposed to be here.
If you're reading the tea leaves, you see that COVID has infiltrated the circle.
Hey.
Talking about the circle in a
and-
powerful way.
in a powerful way. I think everybody except my crew this time. Yeah, everybody. My crew was straight, but
Well, not. I mean, your other extended family had it. Your
Oh yeah.
wait.
sister-in-law.
He don't count. He don't count.
Oh,
They talking about household. I got
They
you.
was in the
Oh,
house.
they was in his house.
No, they was there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm saying my immediate family. That's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. We had. Oh, it was running rampant. I'm just saying. Me, Candace, Trey, and Avery. You know what I'm saying? We managed to dodge it. But Carl, we'll let Carl take over because we just not seeing Carl for the first time. He's
Since
like 3
Atlanta.
shades lighter than he was last time I seen him.
Oh, bro, yeah, no. We of course had a beautiful 360 event, but after 360, I can't tell you it is 360 or not. We traveled, but I'm just gonna say the facts. After 360, I just had a little tickle in my throat, and I'm like,
Keywords.
Hey, I just want to put for the record, I was at 362 feeling healthy as a horse. You know what I'm saying? So, people want to blame who they want to blame.
Right.
But I was there too.
I said I'm stating facts. We went to 360.
Oh,
I
no
came
question.
back.
It was 4,000 people, bro. It was 4,000 people, bro.
But the funniest thing is I was the most isolated. Think about that. I was the most isolated. I was up in the booth probably 90% of that came down for lunch. But anyway, whatever.
You came down for lunch. You came down to talk to Camille.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Which came first? The
Chicken or the egg. Chicken or the egg. So no, man, we had, I'll be honest, I had probably 3 days that was rough. Like I'm talking about like fevers, chills. My skin hurt. Like it was just so cold. My skin hurt, man. And then I had this headache just right across my eyes. But so I quarantined. As soon as I was like, yo, I don't feel good, I quarantined. Staying in the corner of the house, like, y'all don't come over here, leave me alone. Next thing I was like, I heard Tamisha coughing. I was like, uh-oh.
Allergies. It's allergies.
Tamisha, I was like, yo, and I kept
allergies.
asking her, like, you feeling good? But let me just say this, y'all. I think females just made different, bro. Like, I don't know how God designed their bodies, but
Bro, they way stronger.
they're so Tamisha's carrying on like normal, like ain't nothing happened. And I kept looking at her like, yo, I ain't want to say that you look sick, you know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at her face and I keep asking her, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm all right. My head started to hurt a little bit. I was like, yeah, about that. So my mom literally left for Barbados Wednesday morning. She got to Barbados and she had to do the test. She tested negative.
The COVID
Got to
Chronicles.
Barbados.
Yeah.
And in Barbados, she's like, yo, my throat a little scratchy, my head hurt. I was like, about that, Ma. I got something to tell you. And then the kids followed probably like a day or so after, like headaches. But the kids had.
But like I said, the good thing is y'all got it at the same time.
All out. If she out the
Because
way
ours
now.
came in waves. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess it just took twice, but I had it, and then Candace got like a month later. So I guess it wasn't too bad because I didn't quarantine from her or nothing like that. I was like, look, I better have some antibodies. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, how does it feel? It's like I told you. Once you get it, you're like, all right, cool. You finally got caught by the boogeyman. It's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, bro. We dodged a bullet. Jada went home with them.
Oh, Jada was in the car with us coming back from the airport.
Jada was like, I need to go. I don't want to go to Tennessee with y'all.
Yep.
So Jada literally got in the car with them and drove home from the airport with them.
Every one of us got sick.
It could have been at my crib easy. It could have been at the spot.
That's real.
I promise you. And I'm
prayers
like, I had
of
a
the
bunch
righteous
of,
availeth
or a
much.
busy schedule. God knew I had a crazy schedule and I couldn't take off. We got the book too. I'm doing podcasts. So we had some major
You know what,
events.
though? I'm going to say this. Y'all two made me feel like I had bro, I was up here one day. Carl, you wasn't here.
Oh, no question.
Bro, I had a headache.
No question.
Bro, I'm talking about I ain't had no symptoms. Like one of the pods where Carl, I should have said this last week.
Yeah.
One of the pods where Carl wasn't here, I was like, dang, we got through pod. And I was like, dang, I just got a sinus headache. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Like,
had it for a minute.
had
It was
it for a
like,
minute, though.
it was for some days.
Yeah, for some
but
days.
again, and I ain't never had allergies, so it was just weird to have like that sinus pressure like that.
Yeah.
And they was talking about, oh no, you got COVID.
Bro.
You got COVID.
Bro.
He like making me for sure think
Oh,
I
once
got
it get
COVID.
into your
I said, bro, I
mind,
just got a
bro.
headache. He was
No.
like, yeah, that's the symptom.
Yeah, no. That ain't the symptom. But he took all this medication
Yep,
and he still had it.
Right.
And so
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
no,
like,
did. I had a rough sinus headache.
So I know for me, because I haven't had it yet, I'm like, oh, see, he had it a couple times and he good.
No, I had it once.
Okay,
Come on, bro.
he had it once. But I'm saying,
all had it a couple times.
Why you
Yeah.
put my business in the street like that?
No. All I'm
Why
saying,
was the
Why
legal
you putting my business in the street
I'm not
like
even
that?
tripping on that. Like
Yeah.
he trying to go out with it. I'm just saying I didn't have it, so I knew I haven't had it yet. So if I get it, I'm probably gonna be knocked out
Hey.
because I hadn't had it
Here
yet,
go eat
and
that.
I didn't want to get
Can't
knocked
have
out.
it if you don't never test.
I'm just saying. I don't. That's what I'm trying to tell him though. I don't care if I get it.
Oh, 100%.
I just didn't. I know I haven't had it, and I know Carl when
How
he
you know
first
you ain't
got
had
it.
it?
Well, let me say this is what I mean.
You never tested
No,
positive.
no. This is what I meant. I never got knocked down by it.
Yeah.
And I felt like
Oh, me neither.
I never had it. So when Carl said the very first time before COVID even happened, he was like he was super sick. So then when he got it this time, like, bro, y'all don't get it. My schedule
I
is
forgot
crazy.
Carl was patient zero.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm talking about before the before.
I'm just saying, Maul, for me, I got a schedule. Everybody else don't have that kind of schedule. So some of y'all got the kind of schedule if you get it and you even got a fever or you got 1 or 2 days. I got a schedule. I can't afford not to do it. So for me, I just was like, see, I don't want to play around. If you got it, you may not have symptoms. You didn't got
all the stuff. I ain't do that. So if I end up getting it and it knocked me down, I'm gonna miss gigs. So I was just like, yo, you know, see Macho Man. So I ain't got it. Then
But I went and tested just
no,
to
he
keep
did
y'all
test,
safe.
but I'm just saying, when we did the pipe, I'm good. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying,
you
'cause
might be good, but if I get that joker, I might
But
not
he ain't
be
even
good.
tell you. He didn't tell you that when he tested though. You know, because I've been with him all day, and I'm sitting
It
there.
was a little baby line.
I'm talking about me and C. We done went 8.
Yeah.
We
we had
sit.
my folks'
We had
house.
a couch here and a chair
And
here.
my parents wasn't even there. It was just me and
It's
Mom.
just there's the two of us, and he just, you know, he's still right
Yeah.
next to me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we went and got the test. Boom. He went in the kitchen. We was
Hey,
both
look,
in there
I was
together.
in there, As soon as it came up negative,
I go back to the other room,
I was sitting in
right?
the other room. I was like, oh, hell no.
I got up, ran over there like, what? Hey, the second he said
Mom
that,
ran in here, panic
hey,
in
the
his
second
eye.
he said that, I started feeling my throat itchy. I was like, what's
No
wrong?
question.
Oh,
well,
bruh.
you know, I ain't had pork in a long time, so I don't got some of them.
Yeah.
I don't got some of
Ah,
them strong
bruh.
defense. So I just was like, bruh, if you got it, bruh. And then, you know, with Didi, with her immune system, I just don't know if she gets it, if it's gonna be one of those situations where it's like it ain't nothing, or it's gonna hit her.
No, I'm telling you, I wasn't saying, oh, I don't have it. I was just saying, y'all put it on me quick.
Oh,
like,
no question.
I had a little
All I was
sinus
saying,
headache.
Carl, was he kept saying, oh, it's just a headache. I ain't got it. I was like, okay, you don't, but I want to know for a fact
sure.
that you don't have it.
Yeah.
Because if I get it and I get knocked out, or Didi get it, you know, if Didi get it from me and the crew,
Oh,
bro,
bruh, that's
I
over.
won't
Oh,
live.
no,
I
no,
won't
no,
live
it's
it
over.
down, bro.
No.
I won't
So
live it
he
down.
was like, we did the first podcast.
Yeah, he was like,
he
go
was right
ahead.
here. And all of a sudden, we did the next. He was like, "Mark, you had COVID like 3-4 times. You sit
don't
on
sit-
Oh, yeah, come
Don't
on,
sit
you
next
good.
to your
Oh, yeah,
homie.
if you see E
I
change
did
spot,
see
Don't sit next to your homie.
switch. And then I was like,
change the world, bro.
I was like, yo.
I'm trying to change the world. I
Then I
can't
was
do it
like,
if I got
I was
COVID.
like,
Y'all
yo,
get back to y'all little.
I was like, E, you want me to I can catch an Uber to the crib. I'm not tripping. He's like, no, you good. Just
in the
let
back
all the
seat.
windows down.
bruh.
I'm hanging out the window like
no.
Ace Ventura.
See, hey,
Thinking I got COVID.
see the
Because
first
I
one.
got a mild sinus
She the
headache.
first one to be like, bro, I'm protected. I got all
Oh,
the
100%.
stuff.
I
I'm
did
like,
it.
I'm not. I don't know if my body own that, so I'm gonna need you to make sure
Hey,
you
we
ain't
talking
got
about
it.
Carl COVID, dog. Why would you? How does it come back on me?
Well, because Carl COVID could have been Jada's COVID.
Fact.
Yeah.
Which could have
it
been
could have been
yours.
my whole our COVID.
I told you though. Once you, it's like running from Michael Myers. It's like once he catch you, you're like, all right,
Hey,
cool.
you know what,
The
though?
suspense is over.
But you know why you scared? Because Mike don't get everybody, but he gets some folk.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I believe he getting everybody.
No, I mean, no.
Camille was the last one that I thought,
bruh.
because
Yeah.
you know some
But
people.
I'm talking about some people still dying, y'all. I had a friend who got it a couple weeks ago and died from it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
now?
yeah, now died from it. Yeah, I know 2 people that died from
Oh,
it
Lord.
in the
Wow.
last month, bruh. So it ain't.
It's not over.
It just depends on who you are.
Yeah.
Some people could get it, you could be straight. Some people get you not. People still dying right now of COVID, bruh. So
Yeah.
depending on which one you get, or you know what
he
you
took
got.
all the fun
but
out
yeah.
of it now.
No, I know, right?
I'm just saying, more than people are.
It was
Yeah,
funnier
yeah.
just talking about Carl being in the
Yeah.
crib.
Lay
No,
it
and
out.
that shook me because I was like, "Oh, Carl out!" Like it ain't just
No, it had me.
like she was like, "Oh, I just got a headache."
But you
and
know,
cough."
Carl, his is combined with like allergies.
That's
Carl already
okay.
be sick just on the daily with the allergy.
But I
boy,
live
so
next
it's like-
door. I ain't never seen him not work.
Yeah,
Carl
no,
not
I
working.
No,
was
he was
out.
down. He was down that one time.
I had a
No, but I, we
Okay,
didn't
what
know
was
nothing about
worse?
it,
This
though.
one or the one you had when you had
Oh, no,
COVID-19?
The first one was
first
way
one.
worse.
But
Oh,
the
no,
thing
way
about that
worse.
one, Ma, it wasn't out yet.
Yeah, we didn't know what
so
it
we didn't know
was.
what it was.
Yeah, it was a bad
I-
flu.
So
Well, that's what Sean be saying. COVID just got better branding and marketing than
Facts.
the regular
Yeah.
flu.
Facts.
Yeah, no, because Carl was so bad, we never even knew he was that bad. Because he was gone and he never told nobody. Like, not told nobody, he couldn't. He was just down.
No, he did one podcast from the basement like the Grim Reaper. Like, yeah, well, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
oh, you
that
need to
one
go
was
back to
way
sleep.
worse. This
Hey,
was
y'all,
nothing compared to
COVID
that.
ain't over.
Yeah, nah,
Just let it
No,
be
it ain't
known.
over.
It ain't
Still
over.
here.
Protect yourself at all times. You know
It
what I'm
ain't
saying? And like Sean said, I will say this. You got to give Sean his credit. He was the first one saying the only thing that's going to help you beat this is a healthy immune system.
No question.
And you
No
can start
question.
doing something now. And there, he said everybody was giving him flack because they was like, oh, well, that ain't helping nobody in the meantime. Like right now. And here
it
we are.
was.
We going on year, 3?
Right.
This doggone thing. You could have been lost 100 pounds and been
Big time.
in shape by now had you. So the best way,
No,
drink Organifi
anything.
and get you
Yeah.
some exercise and
The best thing for anything.
stay prayed up. But luckily, of course, we was joking, but we're glad everybody is safe
Sir.
and everybody's okay. and we back to podding. And then there was one. You know what I'm saying? So
Flip that screen for me just so I can see it.
Yeah, we're gonna pray that he got to stay safe because he got too much work. And he just let us know that none of our lives is really important.
I heard that too. I heard
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Low-key sneaked
Your
up everybody.
schedules are different. That's all.
That boy said, yo, I got real stuff to do, so I can't get it.
You can lay down for a couple of
I
days.
do.
I'm
I'm the only one in here that's still bound to a schedule that's out of this world.
Oh,
Everybody
facts,
else is at the
by choice, by the way. By
Now,
choice.
that's a good point.
Not
by
By
choice.
choice. Yes, by choice.
by
By
calling. By calling.
He gonna go spiritual.
I didn't ask for this life.
You didn't ask for it.
I didn't ask for this life.
I told E the other day, I said, you need to slow down. He's like, see, I feel like I already slowed way down.
I have.
No.
got a gig
You
every
slowed
day.
down and picked back up, E. There was a moment that you did slow down.
When was this? Where was I?
I have, bruh. I promise you. Like, I'll go to a city and me and Didi just stay in the
Hey,
city
man,
and
take
chill.
these labels off of these. Everybody,
Okay.
right now, we're on camera. Because Essentia don't want to pay us no bread. We did Desi Banks podcast. Shout out to Desi. Desi had
Desi said
all
he
the
take all the
waters.
labels off.
He had
My
them.
bad, this will be the last time.
Lead
What if it just say purified
yeah,
water?
you can leave that one on.
That was good, boy.
Yeah, we
That
don't
say
drink
Delta.
that.
What
We
about
ain't
this
drink-
one?
look,
Yeah, that say Delta.
Get that off of there.
y'all
Let me know
still-
if you need help with yours.
Hey, man, you need to get rid of that cup. This one will be showing all the time on the podcast right here.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
They got to start sponsoring.
Get that out of here.
All right, y'all.
Put the Make Real Estate Real right here.
Boom, there you go.
There we go. And the secret to, there we go. See, we got to do better, bro. We got thousands
Yeah,
of people.
put that. Yeah,
Give it here.
give it. All right, give me 2
Give it here.
seconds.
You usually got nails, too.
Got it
I
where you
don't.
can't even get
It
that
was
labels off.
gone.
There you go.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it
All right,
now
I
is
won't
like
do
you
it.
become
Yeah.
like Spider-Man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's okay. I won't do it again though.
Joint just
I'll
stuck.
never put it back on there again.
Yeah, nah, bro. They ain't paying.
All right, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Having an expert in your corner makes all the difference in the world. I can name you countless times where I tried to do it myself, right? And still ended up having to get help. Broken toilet handle, easy fix, right? Nope, still needed a plumber. I remember hearing about all the low interest rates and I jumped on that refinance bandwagon and I almost made a really bad deal. But thanks to a few real estate experts in my life, I was able to save thousands of dollars, right, in interest. And this is why, guys, you have to check out Titan. As everyday investors, the cards have been stacked against us. We've been given access to this marketplace of stocks, but we're competing against institutional investors with unlimited resources. We're simply told to invest in the S&P 500 and be happy with the conservative average. But when you're wealthy, you have access to teams of experts, different types of portfolios and investment vehicles, and so much more. Growing your long-term wealth isn't something that you can just do it yourself, and you shouldn't just sit back and shoot for average returns. With Titan, you have a personal investment team that researches and invests for you so that you can aim to outperform the market while giving you a courtside seat to become a smarter investor along the way. With Titan, you get access to strategies similar to those in the 1% without having to be the ultra wealthy or pay those hefty fees. All it takes is $100 to get started. Deposit your money, select which of their portfolios you want to invest in, and that's it. Titan's experts will give you updates about the market and decisions being made with your money, and you can even ask them questions within the app. And now, Titan's bringing their knowledge to an expertly managed crypto portfolio. We all know that we should get into crypto, but who knows where to start, right? Instead of trying to guess, let a team who eats, sleeps, and breathes crypto do the research and invest in this fast-growing asset class for you. Titan aims to grow your investments at least 15% annually net of fees, which could mean doubling your wealth every 5 years. I just started with Titan a couple weeks ago, and it was super simple to get started, just to follow a few prompts on the app. And guys, I feel completely comfortable knowing that I have experts helping me to work on my legacy, my family's legacy. So check out Titan if you aim to become the smartest, wealthiest investor that you've ever been. Head over to titan.com/success to get $50 when you invest with Titan. You must go to this URL or you will not get that $50 and they won't know that you came from the Secrets to Success podcast, right? So again, that's $50 when you go to titan.com, titan.com/success and invest with Titan. This is a sponsored ad and I am a client of Titan and I'm invested in their flagship portfolio.
All right. So,
Let's get to work.
yeah, let's get to work. E is pissed off, and a pissed off E is always good for the pod.
Uh-oh, what happened, E?
So, E, people make bad decisions, right?
Yeah.
And they want to involve you in their bad decisions, and sometimes get mad when you don't want to be involved. So I'll let you take it there, and you can get us started off, and we'll roll. What happened, bro?
No. No, this has happened for years.
Yep.
I just think I want to teach people today, because I think what's important is, especially when you're doing business, and you guys, man, first and foremost, shout out. I got to give a shout out to, I got to give a shout out to my people at Atlanta, the Chick-fil-A. All right. I got to give y'all a shout out. I forgot to do that. So this real quick, because my wife was like, you got to give him a shout out. But anyway, we were in Atlanta. Didi wanted breakfast. So she's like, let's go by Chick-fil-A and grab a biscuit. And I was like, all right, if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Long story short, we get to the airport and we are in Terminal B. It's in Terminal A. So we get off the train and we get to there. And I'm telling y'all, we only had like 40 minutes to board. I don't know what's up with Chick-fil-A, but when I tell you that joker be packed, bro. That joker was packed. And Didi was, being a structured person, she was panicking. We got to get back on the train. We got to go. And so I just stopped and prayed, Ma. Like, for real, I'm telling y'all, if you are a believer, don't ever believe that something is too small or too big to pray about. I'm just being real, because sometimes I find that Christians, y'all mess up y'all, or whatever your faith is. If prayer is a part of it, meaning communicating with God, don't say what God won't do or what he won't entertain. Like, don't try to be God.
Yeah.
You feel me? So don't overthink. Like, this might be too small. This might be, just pray about it. So for me, my wife wanted breakfast. Like, I don't have another 100 years with my wife. We on borrowed time. You feel me? So you want breakfast? Let's get breakfast. Now I'm gonna be real. I'm on something different, Ma, so I'm not really feeling bread like that. You know what I'm saying? And we know Chick-fil-A, them biscuits, bro, it's whatever. But I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, Didi, you gonna die anyway.
Hit that breaking news.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
He is not feeling bread.
No, I'm not feeling bread no more. And I'm not gonna get into it. But I'll say this to y'all. The only bread I'm feeling is the Black Bread Company. All right? That's the only bread I'm feeling right now, right? But anyway, for me, Ma, I'm like, I got to be careful, because I was eating bread regularly, and there's a lot of sugar in bread. So I was like, you got to be careful, right? So Didi said, I'm saying biscuits, bro, that's a different level. Southern biscuits, bro, that's a different level of what they putting in them jokers, right? But I was like, you know what, God, I can't. Didi ain't my daughter. She my wife. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to be, you can't eat this, because she grown. She know what's her bite. So I'm like, all right. So she was like, I got to go. The line's too long. And you can see the disappointment. So I just stopped and prayed and was like, God, if you could help us get these biscuits, and I'm going to be real, God, I have a hidden agenda. The hidden agenda is my wife, when she's at her best, she's at her best. You feel what I'm saying?
I'll say it for you, brother.
No doubt.
Don't worry, I got you back.
I'm not pushing buttons. I'm not pushing buttons. She's trying to read my mind.
I got you.
She's trying to read my mind.
I'm following.
But when my wife's at her best, for real, she's at her best.
Biscuit? Come on, a good.
Hey, I got
that's
you.
the title of this podcast. A
Good biscuit. I got you.
A good biscuit.
Biscuits coming to the house every day now.
So by the grace of God, I just stopped and prayed, like, God, if there's a way for us to either get in the back of the line and that joke will go in 10 minutes, or for me to cut. I just need to, bruh, I'm not playing to y'all.
You do a lot for the world, E.
Bruh.
You just said your schedule is crazy.
But I don't even know if you got to look at it.
Philanthropic.
And you got to look at it like cutting.
Yeah.
I don't look at it like cutting.
Man, the guy's supposed to be.
No, because this is what I've done before, right? I've literally went to somebody in the front of the line.
Yeah.
And they said, "Can I buy you lunch?"
Yeah, can I buy you lunch? Yeah.
And they hand them a $50 bill, $100 bill.
Yeah.
Don't you have to buy everybody? Because you cut everybody.
I'm literally, I see somebody, I want to buy them lunch.
Right.
And then I just say, can you
get mine?
Let me bless you and buy you lunch.
Yeah.
And then boom, hand them the $100 or $50, whatever.
Yeah.
And they say, hey, by the way, can you give me a biscuit?
Why you get your biscuit? No question.
That's fair.
No more. I thought about it. But I just prayed.
I'm not taking away no time from the people behind.
No, because they just ordered one more.
It is. They got to fix an extra biscuit now. And what if your biscuit? So I was at the Sky Lounge this morning, right?
And you missed out because
let me
somebody
tell you,
ate.
Here's a perfect example. I'm not making this up. I was at Sky. I had to get.
I'm my fault for even cutting you off, because now he's about to take it somewhere else.
It's okay, bro. No, go for it. I got my thought. Go for it. I got my thought.
Okay, so I was at the Sky Lounge.
I've learned how to keep my thought, Mark.
So here go a perfect example.
Yeah.
I'm at the Sky Lounge today, right? And they had they got the little turkey sausages, then they got the little egg, the little egg bites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So they had the turkey sausages and the egg bites. Now they got two sides. You can go on both sides. The side was empty with the egg bites. So I went on the other side and I came to the back of the line. Two old ladies, they fooling around with the fruit, but I didn't want to just blow past them. Yeah. Right. So Buddy comes, walks in the opposite side of the line and takes the last egg. And I'm running up against it. I don't even got time to be in there like that. Buddy runs to the front of the line while I'm sitting back behind Grandma. She
trying to follow orders.
Right, just trying to follow. Yeah. And my man just put about 5 of them joints on his plate and they was gone. Wow. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, Maul, you going up and saying, just give me a biscuit.
Took your biscuit.
Now I'm at the end of the line where you should have been, and I get up there and the last biscuit go right before. Now, is that fair or
foul?
I
should have went more.
I'm just saying, the fair or foul is not on the fact that I ordered a biscuit.
Yeah, fair
or foul is the fact that they ain't got a lot of biscuits back there to take care of everybody. That's where the fair foul is at, bro. So I didn't take away your biscuit or your blessing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Chick-fil-A did.
Rich folks gonna take it. I guess our treasure stored up in heaven, Carl. Don't even worry about it. We're good. You know what I'm saying? Rich folks who can pay $100 for a biscuit.
For a biscuit.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't got 100 for a biscuit. I give you extra 3.
Come on,
rich folks.
Come on, Ed. Come back.
I gave somebody $100 for a biscuit.
Just to get. I didn't give them $100 for a biscuit. I gave them $100 for their blessing.
Yeah,
it's a difference. You're looking at the biscuit and not the blessing that took place. Yeah. The biscuit is just a byproduct.
Your blessing turned into my demise. So is it a blessing?
My man,
another man got to fall.
My man, I gave $100 to. He might have said biscuits for everybody. Even my man in the back of the line back there.
Now you know he didn't do that.
I was gonna say I'll pay to see that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know my man was
pass the blessing and the biscuit on.
No doubt.
Yeah, because people do that at the barbershop, try to come in and be like, "Yo, I pay. I mean, cut you, bro. I pay." I'm like, "Yo, you just set everybody back. Yeah. You gotta get everybody that
That's
bread."
Different.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, it took 30, 40 minutes. But anyway, so I prayed the prayer, Mark.
What prayer specifically?
It was, Lord, bless my wife to be able to get breakfast. So out of nowhere, a young lady who probably is considered to be TSA, that was probably her, hookup grounds crew. She was, you could tell she was probably a person that either put the kids in the elderly in the whatever. She was a rover. So she saw me and was like, E.T. So she got loud.
Wow.
You feel me? She got loud and drew attention to me. She's like, can I just take a pic? Matter of fact, my brother is the one that turned me on. Can I FaceTime me? I was like, go for it. Now, this time, Didi discouraged. She got out the line, walking back. So Didi's discouraged. So the girl's like, E.T. And I was like, no problem. So got on whatever. So while she said E.T. out loud, 2 people that worked, the manager and another manager in the back of Chick-fil-A noticed me when she called my name. I was like, yo, E.T., what's up? I was like, what's up? They was like, yo, you changed my life. I was like, bet. So when I finished with her, I started the lady that was in line saw me too and was like, E.T. A couple other people was in line, E.T. So other people was like, who's E.T.? So I walked up to the counter and was like, yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but we got a flight to catch. It was like, is it possible? Like, E, we got you, E. So what you want? Come to this register. I was like, all right. And then the girl was like, get out the line. And I was like, boo, get out the line. He just told me to come in line. She's like, get out the line. And I was like, all right, stand over there. They're going to bring your food. So they got the food. I was like, the pay. They're like, you ain't got to pay nothing, E.
Look at that.
What else you want? You want something? I was like, no, my wife and daughters want that. No, come on, E. So I was like, all right, give me an egg cheese biscuit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You want something to drink? I was like, no, I'm good. You want a fry? Oh, yeah. So I just want to here are the 2 people. I don't know their name, but here it is right here.
What's up, y'all? I just want y'all to see the people that look out for me,
Georgia, man.
Bless me.
I've been through so much in my life, I have to return the blessing.
And when you do right by people, good people you get attracted to, and they do right by y'all. Thank y'all, man.
Y'all go to YouTube and watch it.
Yeah, you feel me? So I just had to say that real quick first, is that, for real, man, shout out. Y'all think y'all doing something and y'all not seeing nothing, and you think God is a liar. You think the process is a liar. Like, you really do. You think, like, trust the process. That's a lie.
I'm not going to trust the process because I don't see nothing. And it's like, yo, the process is the process. Like, the one thing, and we're going to talk about this on another podcast if y'all don't mind, you like timing, you can't control that. But what you can control is the process, like doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'm telling y'all, I've been doing this, like literally, contrary to popular belief, I've been doing this since I was in college, since I was 18 years old. And there are some benefits that I'm just now seeing. But what if I would have quit or gave up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally going to restaurants now and not paying to eat. I'm literally going to restaurants and not have to wait no more. It's like, ET, come up, whatever. So I just want to say to those of you who are out there, one, believe in prayer. Believe that prayer works. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to tell God what he ain't going to do for you or what's too much. It's like, I'm a parent. I would hate for my son to go, hey, Dad, I need gas. And I'm like, all right, here go my credit card, Ma. And he go to the gas station and be like, I'm only going to put half for tank because I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Jamie was talking about that with son. Like, I don't want to overuse. It's like, bruh, what would you put? Why would you put half in? That don't even make sense. Like, if I gave you my charge card and told you to go get gas, go fill your tank up, because you really put me in a worse situation when you only do half, because now you got to come back and ask me for some more money for whatever. So it's like, we're telling God, I'm only going to put half. You're not doing God a favor by only asking for $100,000. Like, you're not doing God no favor for not asking for $1 million or $10 million. Like, how much harder is it to pray for $1 million than it is to pray for $10 million? Like, what's the difference with God? So I just prayed about it, man, and to see my wife and my daughter get breakfast, and they walked, 19 was packed, so they went over to 21, and 21 was straight. They went in the corner 8. And so I was taking pictures and talking to people, so by the time I got to them, like, to see them eating a hot breakfast, because my wife was like, I'm not you. Like, you could do that, what you call it, intermittent fasting, whatever it is. Like, you could do that. Like, I got MS, like, whatever. You don't eat carbs. Like, I can't do that. Like, I got MS. Like, I need energy. You know what I'm saying? So to see them eating, because I was like, bump, if we don't get bread, whatever. But I was like, okay, cool. So to see them eating, the food was hot and enjoying it. You know, even with my daughter, I sometimes I'm like, baby girl, you got whatever, so don't. And I'm like, no, bump that. Life is short. Like, for real. We say certain things to people, and we don't mean no harm, but it's like, even with my boy B, who got out of jail, Jeremy Homie, it was certain things that he was doing more. I was like, bruh, you spending a lot, or you doing a lot, you just got out of jail, you should. Like, I was judging. Like, come on, B, you need shit, man. Bruh, he wasn't even home a full year and he died. So now that I know, if I would have known he would have died in less than I would have told him, you ain't doing enough.
You ain't doing enough.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we judge people because we thinking they're going to live to be 90. I was like, man, you don't know how long your daughter going to be alive. Let her and her mom enjoy whatever they're enjoying. Like, don't sit here trying to be no judge. Just enjoy it and be geeked that you have enough in the world that people want to bless you the way they want to bless you. So yeah, man, it's just a shout out to those of you who are grinding, who are hustling, who are doing whatever. Keep doing it, man. But anyway, here's my challenge, and this is for my entrepreneurs. All right, this is specifically for my entrepreneurs, so you can make more money and you can be at a place of peace and serenity more. All right, one of the things I'm starting to realize is that there are humans in the earth who make bad decisions. Right? And when they make these bad decisions and they need to be rescued, they come to people who make good decisions. All right? I'm going to say that one more time. You got to be careful. There are a large group of humans that make terrible decisions with their money. I saw somebody recently get married, and I heard this like their third marriage. And I heard the preacher say, to death do us part. And I was like, I don't know if you should keep saying that. Like, maybe we need to take that out of marriage.
You think?
Wow.
I said, maybe we need to take that off the end. Like, I don't know who came up with that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who thought that was necessary to say. But whoever came up with it, they started telling every pastor to say, to death do us part. I'm like, I don't know if this, the third one is if death to do us part. Because the first two wasn't to death do us part. And then I don't like when they say, introducing for the first time. I'm like, oh, this the third Miss. This the third Miss Key. You know what I'm saying? Right. This the third one. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't, why you keep saying the first one? So it's a couple contradictions in this book.
Love keeps no records.
You feel, well, somebody do, though.
The court.
The court keep that joker. So what I'm finding, Ma, is that I'm being drained, pulled at, people taking my time as if I got unlimited time and I don't.
And one of the groups that I'm protecting myself from is the group of people that's making bad decisions, but then they want to utilize my good decisions to undo their bad decisions. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So you made some bad decisions financially.
Yeah.
And so now you coming to me asking, can I pay your mortgage? Mm-hmm. Like, you made bad decisions.
Yep.
You feel me? And if I say no, which is a good decision, I just said no to you. That's a great decision for me and my family and for my legacy. Because I made a decision to go to college. I made a decision to go back to school, which I don't know what the percentage of us who drop out, I don't know what the percentage is of go back. You know what I'm saying? I got to believe it's 50-50. You know, it could be
probably
more.
Ain't even that much.
Okay, I just, for the sake of not trying to make nobody think I'm dogging nobody out, 50-50. Then I made a decision to go to college, which I hated. Masters, hated. PhD, hated it. But I made some good decisions, and those good decisions have put me in a situation where economically I can demand certain things.
Yeah.
You feel me? You made a decision to not go to school or to go to school and not take a career that's going to do nothing for you economically. Or you got your credit messed up, or you spent money you shouldn't have spent, or you blessed people you probably shouldn't have blessed because you didn't have it.
Yep.
You didn't have it to give. Yep. And so you were giving away your mortgage. So what happens, Mars, I made some phenomenal decisions. And so there are people who have not made good decisions. Now, here's what I don't like about them. You come to me once, and I blessed you. Now you looking at me like I'm the bank, and you about to come to me. Listen to me very closely. I'm not talking about people who borrow. I'm talking about entrepreneurs who finally got an income, and you finally got a chance to turn that income into millions. You've now taken that income you've had, you've taken the fact that you went to school, you might have got married, you might have made good decisions in your marriage. You're not perfect, but you progressive, you got your credit right, you start hanging with the right people, you start going to conferences, and now you killing the game, and now you got 10 people who not killing the game, all borrowing from you who killing the game. You might as well not even be killing the game. You might as well be broke too. Yep. You would do better if you was broke, because now you not broke, but you giving your money to people who are broke.
Right.
And you made great decisions. It's almost like you didn't even make good decisions, because you made good decisions, but you hanging with people who don't make good decisions. And now the good decisions that you made, they minimizing the great decisions you made, because you're helping people who didn't make good decisions. Are you hearing what I'm trying to tell you? So here's what I want you to do. This is what Eric Thomas has done. First of all, I just gave you a system. I gave you a triangle offense. I just gave you a triangle offense. I told you that you have to minimize the people who are not making good decisions in your life, or either you have to deal with people who are not making good decisions in a different way in your life. Now, here's the other one. You got to stop caring about people who made bad decisions and how they feel about your good decisions. I'm going to say that one more time. I don't even know which camera I should be looking at. I want to put this one, I want this to be one of the bites. Stop caring about what people who made bad decisions think about your good decisions. Stop. So now you hurt because you like, or they think I'm a sellout, or they think I don't love them. I don't care what they think. They made bad decisions. They don't have the right to tell me how I should do with my life, when I should do. They broke. Now, you're not a bad person because you didn't make good financial decisions. You're not a bad person because you don't have money to get your own a down payment, or you can't pay your rent from month to month. You're not a bad human. You might be a phenomenal human, but you are a good human who made bad decisions. And I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, she thinks I'm a bad human because I made good decisions. I'm telling you no, that's a good decision. Me telling you no is telling Didi yes.
Yep.
Me telling you no is telling Jalen yes, Jada yes.
Yep.
Me telling you no means I'm about to go do that gig. So when you do call me and you need something, I went and did the gig I was supposed to do. I showed up and did the gig, so I got money when you call me. And what a lot of you are doing is you're missing opportunities because you're making bad decisions with people who making bad decisions because you're worried about how they think about your good decisions. All right, I'm going to say it one more time. You've decided to go somewhere with somebody who made a bad decision because they made a bad decision, and you're going to go with them because you don't want them to feel like you not, I don't care what they think. Because at the end of the day, if you're making bad decisions, you're not in my realm of making good decisions. So you about to tell me to do something that's going to hurt Didi, that's going to hurt Jalen, that's going to hurt Jada. And you know what? The only person that's going to care about it is you. The fact that you're not going to care that DD can't have, you don't care that Jada can't go to school, you don't care that Jalen can't live in the apartment. Like, you don't care. All you care about is you and the bad decisions you make. And so stop caring about, look, you can care about the people all day, but stop caring about them negative decisions they making, and they making you feel bad because you're making good decisions. Stop doing it. And if you stop doing that, 3 things are going to happen. 1, you're going to start attracting people who making good decisions. That's number 1. That you about to start attract. CJ, what's the name of your next book, CJ?
All My Friends Are Rich.
So that's number 1. You're going to read the book. You're going to love the book. Number 2, you're going to have way more good opportunities than you do bad opportunities because you're hanging around people with good opportunities.
So I'm one of those blessed, individuals that I get to work from at home, right? So I have not, honestly, I haven't been really paying attention to gas prices because I haven't been out like that. But I drove by a gas station like 2 days ago and I saw gas in Lansing, Michigan for over $5 a gallon. I thought I was being punked. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So I know you're seeing it and I know you're feeling it, from gas prices to getting those eye-popping checks at your favorite restaurant. Listen, inflation is hitting us all where it hurts, and it really hurts. But that's why I wanted to introduce you to Upside. Upside is an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or dines out. And I think you all fit into that category, right? With every purchase, you can earn cash back thanks to Upside. You have to spend it anyway, guys. Why not benefit from the expenses? I downloaded the app and you can use your Google account, Facebook account just to sign in. You follow the prompts, guys, and it's that simple. It's that simple. Shell gas station, the same gas station popped right up. I could see the gas price and all I had to do was hit claim and go get that gas. All right, so to get started, all you have to do is download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. Use our promo code SUCCESS, y'all rock with us, SUCCESS, and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10. So you heard me correctly. You spend $10 on that first purchase and you get $5 back. Next, you just claim your offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Check in at the business and pay as usual with a credit card or debit card and get paid. So I get it. You're like, man, Carl, cashback ain't new. We've been doing this for a minute. Yes, but in comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn up to 3 times more cash back with Upside. You can cash out at any time to your bank account, PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon or other brands. Upside has a 4.8 star rating on the App Store, guys, and that's probably because their users are earning more than $1 million every week. All right, so download the free Upside app and use the promo code SUCCESS to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. Again, that's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using the promo code SUCCESS.
Look, y'all, I just left a gig. Tom Brady was one of the speakers. I just left. Look, bruh, I just left a gig with some of the top. One dude just told me, like, yo, bruh, you did this for me. I paid you to come in. Bruh, I sold the company for $1 billion. Listen to me. My man was like, this is what, bruh, I'm in the backstage because I made a good decision to show up to something that was important to me and my family, right? That's the decision I made for me and my family. Bruh, I walked past in stage, everybody back there are dudes who killing the game. Yeah. I'm talking about 20 million downloads on a podcast, 10 million downloads on a podcast. Everybody, when I got off stage, was like, can we get you to come here? I made a good decision that's put me in a room with people who making good decisions, which is going to give me more good opportunities, and it's going to allow me to make more good money. Yeah. And there are those of you decisions. And there's those of you who sitting here, you got people in your life who making terrible decisions, and they calling you on the phone and telling you, oh, you doing this, and you think you that, and you this, and you that, because you making good decisions. Man, cut them off. Not in a bad way, like you still going to be their friend and their family, but cut off what they think. They're making bad choices. It's okay that they're making bad choices, but you don't have to show your solidarity or your kindness or your goodness or your love and your whatever by making bad decisions with them. That's it.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like how you just got through talking about how the good decisions you made has gotten you to another room that's got you making more good decisions, and that's gotten you to another room. In that same way, them bad decisions has gotten them to a door that's making more bad. Yeah, it's just making more bad decisions, bro. It's crazy how it just tumbles and tumbles and tumbles, man.
The money you spent that you didn't have, the person you start dating that you know you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like compounding decisions either way. Yeah, and you end up in a hole. And I guess
I end up in a hole.
Right.
Because now I got to counsel you.
Right.
And now you mad at me because I want to charge you. And I'm mad at you because you want me to do it for free. And that's an hour or two you taking out of me and Didi's time that you don't care about. I asked you to come get counseling before. I asked you. I asked you to come talk to me. So you don't want to talk to me about who you pick, but you want to talk to me when you pick somebody terrible. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't get to be in the decision-making process when you making bad
That's 'cause
decisions.
You wasn't there when
Does that make sense?
when it was going down.
You feel me? Like,
Don't nobody need advice then.
I'm just saying, I asked you before to let me get involved in the process.
Yeah.
I did. You told me you got it.
I got it under control.
But then you get into a bad relationship. Now I got to be on the phone with you weekly, monthly.
That's something I've always respected about you. He's like, yo, I can't marry you if I don't counsel you. That's a stance that he had for years now, and it makes sense.
And I can,
and he's shooting 90% from the field, cousin.
Listen to
Nah,
me.
he was 100.
I know.
He said he didn't take credit for that other one.
Which one I didn't take credit for? Because I didn't do it.
Exactly. You was there, but you didn't do it.
No.
Right. So I'm saying I'm
tell me
saying you're
which one.
100.
Oh,
He
no,
said
which
you're
one?
90.
I was there.
He took credit for
I was there.
I'm giving you 100%.
No. Which one was it, see?
I was there.
Was it here?
No.
He said that
Where
he was
was
just
it?
there, but they.
I was there. Oh, no, I didn't officiate. No, I didn't officiate. Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Please go to YouTube and watch the reaction on that.
No. Watch this, Small. I did not officiate.
I was there.
Right.
I did not officiate. And a matter of fact, the person that officiated, I'm going to leave that alone. I did not officiate, Maul. But the person that officiated was late.
Yeah.
So I was asked to pray.
Yeah.
And out of respect, here's where we go back to, Maul. You get yourself in. Listen to me. I'm telling y'all the truth. What CJ just said.
We don't need to take this under.
Oh, no. We don't got to take it under.
No. Out of bounds. You got to go into the 10 for further review.
Challenge. And this is how I know it's not a challenge.
Okay.
Because I specifically told the person I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But when I got there, I'm like, oh, come on. The person didn't come out. My wife was like, can you at least pray? And I was like, okay, I can pray. No questions asked. Like, I'm not about to be evil.
Yeah.
But I
Did you stand up there the whole time?
No. I didn't stand up there the whole time. Not at all.
Pull the tape.
Not at all. Pull the tape.
I'm trying to remember. I feel like,
and this is how I know. Because my wife is like, I get tired of you always doing stuff and you can't be with me. So my wife was like, you're going to sit with me. So no question. Now, I was there until that person showed up. I definitely stayed there till they showed up.
Yeah.
Once they came and they showed up.
About half.
I remember you sat for a piece.
Okay, so about half.
Yeah.
You was probably there half to stand up.
No, I was standing there half maybe. No, more. And again, I'm
What
not.
time did you buy the beer?
No.
I bought the beer at 11:30.
No. Like I said,
You know
I
you
ain't got
messed
no.
up, right?
I don't have a reason to lie because I actually wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But because they decided
Made a
that
decision.
they weren't going to do it in a godly way.
Yeah.
That I wasn't going to participate in it.
Yeah.
And everybody knows me.
But you did participate.
Well, no, and I will say this. I participated, and I hate to go here, but we got to go here.
No, don't go there.
No, let's go here.
I'm having fun.
No, let's keep having fun because I want to help somebody.
Keep that same energy.
No more. I participated as a family member.
Okay.
I did.
All right.
I did not participate as a preacher, as a pastor.
Okay.
But I did participate.
You got my love. You got my support.
Yeah.
1,000%. And I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
Now it didn't, or he wouldn't have been having the hookup. But let me put it like this: everybody that I counseled,
100%.
everybody that I counseled, by the grace of God, and everybody that went through the process the way I asked them to go, by the grace of God, and God only are still together. But why, Ma? Because I was a part of the decision making.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to tell y'all is, for those of you who are good decision makers, you got to stop being sympathetic to people who want you. They want your blessing, but they don't want the system. You got to stop doing that. You got to stop being sympathetic and, well, I'm going to do this because I don't want to hurt their feelings, or I'm going to do this because I don't want them to talk bad about me, or I don't want this because I don't want family to think. I don't care what my family think at this point. I don't care what my friends think. I don't care what nobody think. You're only family. Going back to the Bible, Jesus said, who's my mother and my father? Who's my brother? You're only family, Ma, if we get to make decisions together.
Yeah.
But if you want to make bad decisions and bad choices and then draw me into those bad decisions, I get to decide which ones I get in and which ones I don't get in. Mm-hmm. And I get to decide how I'm going to do it. Yeah. And I get to decide what's best for my family. And I get to do it. Why? Because by God's grace, I'm making good decisions now. Nah, you want to go back to the 20-year-old Eric Thomas? Let's go. Yeah. Terrible decision maker. Yeah. It is what it is. Let's go back. You want to go back to the 16-year-old Eric, homeless, high school dropout, eating out of trash. Terrible decision maker. You want to go to the 25-year-old who had Jalen, it's like, yo, it's time to start. It's time to start making better decisions because I got somebody who's counting on my decision making.
For those of you that were not in Mexico with a shame on you. But listen, Jamal challenged us to think about taking care of our family 100 years from now. Crazy, right? And for most of us, when we hear that, that's kind of shocking because the truth is, we haven't really prepared enough for our current dependents. The good news is, though, we can fix that right now. If there's anyone who relies on you financially, a child, a parent, or even a business partner, life insurance gives you the peace of mind that they have a financial cushion if anything ever happened to you. It's important that you act now because typically life insurance gets more expensive as you age, so it's smart to get a policy sooner rather than later. Here's the cool thing about Policy Genius. It lets you compare your options from the top companies so you only pay for the coverage you need and nothing more, not another penny. I know some of you may have life insurance through your job, the company that you work with, but here's the truth, guys, that may not be enough. Most people actually need up to 10 times more coverage to properly provide for their family, so you don't want to be in that position, right? So here's how it works. Policy Genius is your one-stop shop to find the insurance you need at the right price. Just head over to policygenius.com to get started. In minutes, you can compare personalized quotes from top companies to find your lowest price. You could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius. The licensed agents at Policy Genius are on hand through the entire experience to help you understand your options and make decisions with confidence. The Policy Genius team works for you and not for the insurance companies. All right, so if you're still on the fence, here are a few additional facts that may help. Policy Genius doesn't add any extra fees. They don't sell your information to third parties. They have thousands of 5-star reviews across Google and Trustpilot. Policy Genius has options that offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Since 2014, Policy Genius has helped over 30 million people shop for insurance and placed over $150 billion in coverage. So again, guys, act now. This isn't something to play with. Head over to policygenius.com to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you can save.
So since that day, progressive, not perfect.
What was the change? What made you go from, or how did you go from making bad decisions to good decisions?
Because I felt like more like, yo, you hurting somebody now. Like other people are being infected by your stupidity. Like Diddy credit wasn't changing because my credit was bad.
Well, not only that, I feel like even since I know you, you was making a lot more decisions out of feelings than principle.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
so you knew the good decision while you were making the bad decision?
I don't know that I ever thought about decisions and outcomes. I was just doing whatever I was doing. I never really was like, I was just living. I never was like at 16, okay, if you run away from home, boom, 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 here are all the pros. If you run away from home, boom, 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 here are all the cons.
SWOT analysis.
Yeah, I wasn't doing no SWOT analysis, bro. I just was like, I'm out, bro. And why? Because somebody else made a bad decision. Mm-hmm. No disrespect, but somebody else made a bad decision and didn't, you know what I'm saying? The whole setup wasn't right. The whole setup was deception and lie. You know what I'm saying? So we went from one bad decision to another bad decision. Yeah. And as I got older, I was like, yo, I can't keep having these bad. And again, no disrespect, but like it just wasn't a bad. That wasn't a bad. Like when you look back in hindsight, that wasn't a bad. It should have went down with a little bit more transparency. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, bet. And so when Jalen was born, I think when I got to church, I started recognizing the Bible and, oh, this wrong, that's right. Okay, E. That's a good decision. That's a bad one. But I'm still so caught up, like C said, in my feelings that I'm going to do whatever feels good. But then as I got older, I was like, this don't got to do with feelings, bro. People who make good decisions, it's all principle.
I used to just see people, man. Yeah. I would literally, I didn't even have to even look. It was just all around me. Like I literally in the neighborhood, I would just, and it was crazy. And I thank God for this because at a young age, I would see that dude that was just, we had one guy on the block named Willie the Wino. Yeah. And you know, Willie the Wino used to always carry a bottle of wine with him. I'm talking about all the time. Like he would drink like wine all day, every day.
And it was just like, bro, like
Literally wine?
I'm talking about wine. Yeah, nothing else. It was just wine, like a little bottle of wine. This is not the kind of wine you thinking from Napa Valley like that. It was like it's like a little, a little pint of wine type deal.
Not a little
pint of wine, but it was strong. And
no, you tell the truth.
No, I ain't never tell you. You could smell it on Willie clothes. You could just smell. Willie used to smell like wine.
Yeah.
And then I remember just always seeing him, and he used to just always be messed up. And I was just like, man, what's up with Willie?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew Willie. He was an older guy.
Yeah.
And then one day, man, there was an ambulance outside.
Willie was gone.
Oh, Willie was gone, E. And I seen him, man, and I
went
thought,
out on the shield.
Willie went out. Bruh.
Willie went out how he
Willie
wanted to
went
go
out. And I just always used to look, and now I'm older. I'm like, okay, Willie, it wasn't the wine that got Willie was on other stuff too. Willie was doing the needle, doing the crack pipe.
No
Willie was doing everything. But I was just like, hey, drugs really mess a person up.
And that I did, Ma, but like school I didn't.
What, crack?
Or career I didn't.
He didn't say that I did.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I did do that.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that.
You watched the person.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
All right. We was a bad
I'm just saying, I did, Ma. I watched that. But it was some other decisions.
But so in that same kind of way, because somebody might be listening and saying, how do I make good decisions?
Yeah.
In that same kind of way, I seen guys at a young age where they had like they was paying child support and they was complaining and like, man, I gotta pay this kid, man, I gotta pay that. So I was always like going in, like I'm not about to have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different women. I'm not about to do that because I see that you broke when that happens.
No question.
You know what I'm saying? I saw people with credit card debt. So that's what I do.
That's the one I didn't see.
Oh, bro, I was watching the credit card.
Credit card, like money was my one, and career. Like I wasn't really like didn't know where my career. Like even when I was speaking and felt like I was preaching, I didn't connect it to how I'm gonna eat and make a living. Kind of hook up. And Didi was kind of pissed, like, ain't nothing wrong with you speaking, but it's like, so it's those of you out there for real, you making decisions and you listen to me. I'm talking to one group of people. I ain't talking to everybody. You making good decisions, but your good decisions are being pulled down by the people in your life who not making good decisions, and you love them and you care for them. And so you feel that you owe it to them to make bad decisions with them. It's like people, Ma, who ain't really into drinking, but they drink because other people around them are drinking. And it's almost like, I kind of feel like if I don't drink, then I can't be with them. Or I don't smoke, I can't. You feel me? And so some of us, we know they bad decisions. And we know we shouldn't be giving them our money. But there was a time in my life, Ma, where I felt in my heart when I didn't do something for a person, it stung.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, you had the opportunity to bless a friend, and you didn't bless him.
Oh, you know what? It's so crazy though. But man, we was talking to we were talking at the mastermind the other day, and it was like, okay, so what is help? You know what I'm saying? And it was funny because I was like, yo, this is like people don't want help; they want attention.
Yeah.
Like I just realized that, like you don't want help, you want a handout, right? There's a difference. And so what I realized is. And I was talking to Trap about this, and I was like, yo, I had a friend who was like, yo, I need to come around, y'all. I need to be around. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need? Like, I need the information. I was like, okay, cool. I can give you the information. Right. You don't need to be around me for the information. And I was like, you know what? This is my homie. Been down for a minute. I was like, bro, I'm going to send you Make Real Estate Real for free. Like, I don't do this. You know what I'm saying? But this a friend I've known for a long time. He's like, man, I ain't got but I'm going to learn how to, I was like, yo, you can learn how to wholesale in this course. You don't need no bread. Like, I'm going to show you how, if you really want to hustle, I'm going to give you this course, go through it. Now, he didn't realize that we can go on the back end and see who's been through the course.
Come on.
Every video.
Don't tell me he didn't even.
Bro, my man never opened it. Wow. And when I asked him, he was like, oh, yeah. I went through it.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, bro, like, you broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you looking to get on your feet. I sent you the course for free. Ma.
I tried to help.
You just sent me Ma sent me yesterday or the day before.
Him first.
You sent me a photo of somebody like, bro, I just went through Make Real Estate. Read it to me. I'm just saying. Let me show you. So somebody actually paid for the course, went through it. Now I was doing multiple properties, changing their whole family dynamic. I done sent it to you for free after you've been on I just need to link with you. I need to be around. I need to be around you. I need that information. I done sent it to you. And I can literally see that this person, Carl, never opened up the course. Didn't crack it. Didn't look at the intro. Didn't look at nothing. But yeah, you calling like, yo, I need the information.
So you're still making bad decisions.
So what I realized is you're not helping anybody by giving them the handout. So if I'd have gave that same person $1,000, right? Teach a man to fish, you know the saying. If I would have gave that person $1,000, you'd have ran out of that $1,000 in a day. Or I tried to give you something that would potentially feed your family for generations to come, and you didn't even have a heart. Maul just sent this to me the other day. Shout out to Make Real Estate Real. Just doing big things. Like, for real, is this whole thing?
Aside from great content, great conversations, man, it's a pleasure to bring you guys great deals. Check this out. Onnit's semi-annual sale is here, featuring the lowest prices of the year on the most popular supplements, foods, equipment, and more. For 2 weeks, you heard me correctly, 2 weeks only, all of Onnit's products will be on sale at humongous discounts. Save 25% on supplements like Alpha Brain, the Memory and Focus supplement that sold over 1 million bottles, or Total Human, the convenient day and night packs complete with essential vitamins, minerals, herbs, and amino acids, which make optimization easy. Take 20% off all nutritional products and stock up on some grass-fed whey protein or the extremely delicious and nutritious protein bites. That's for Maul trying to get the muscles going. 10% off fitness equipment like the Primal kettlebells and steel maces, and a whopping 50%, you heard me correctly, 50% off all digital Onnit 6 programs, including the Onnit 6 bodyweight and the Onnit 6 barbell. Plus, up to 60% off doorbusters like the Hydra Tech Instant and Shroom Tech Greens, and other exclusive free gifts as well. But y'all know how this works. You gotta hurry. You can't play around. The Onnit semi-annual sale ends Sunday, May 29th. Again, Sunday, May 29th. And every product goes back to its regular prices. So do not miss out on the best deals all year. Learn more at onnit.com/secret. Again, that's Onnit, ONNIT.com/secret.
You know, expose my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Look. I'm supposed
you done made bad decisions with your eyes,
bro. I'm supposed to. No,
and now you want to. Now you want to use up my eyesight.
Yeah.
Because you done made bad decisions with your eyes.
I'm trying to make the good decisions. I'm supposed to be going to Dominican Republic and get. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, wait on that.
Get surgery. They ain't got my prescription in the States.
Okay, then don't get it then.
Right.
There's some people that's been going over.
Right.
No. I'm not getting no BBL and nothing like that. We're just getting. You know what I'm saying?
That might be the same.
You wake up, you might have a BBL.
Yeah, right.
Hey, check this out. This all came from Zach, man. Shout out to Zach Marquis. Never met the guy a day in my life, but he's in Make Real Estate Real. He said, when I heard Jamal King say, you are one property away, I'm not going to lie. I thought he was tripping. Some of you may know I closed on my first flip last month and made a net profit of $130,000. Net. Since then, I've taken that money and purchased 3 more flips. That's going to net me between $140,000 to $175,000 more. That's $300,000 in 6 months. If you still haven't made the move and purchased an investment property, I want to say to you, you're one property away. Love this group. Keep crushing it.
And who is that?
This is from Zach Marquis.
Never met him.
Never called him.
Just invested in himself. Now about to be up $500,000. And I just sent this course to somebody who told me that they were struggling.
Right, that's why I said I can't do it no more.
And I could see that you haven't even logged in.
Because here's what I can't do, Ma.
But then now I got it. Now you want me to come back to Lansing.
But now I'm not. But
take my time away from my family to sit
and you're a bad guy if you don't do it. You feel me?
Sellout.
You're a sellout.
Look at
my man. He's young.
Young guy.
Oh, he don't
execute.
He don't look like he's 22 years old.
Bro, look at this. And look. My man sitting there. Good decision. Boom. Look at the little short. Look, 3 little kids.
3 kids.
3 little babies
What's
right
that
here, man.
shirt say? I thought it was Michigan
Yabba
State.
dabba do.
I thought it was green and white.
Oh, no.
Listen, my man. Okay, so first of all, I believe we opened up intake for Make Real Estate Real. So go to MakeRealEstateReal.com. We opened it back up. So go there now because Maul's going to close intake again so he can take care of his alumni.
And not on the marketing thing.
But go there now.
That's for real.
It's for real,
y'all.
Look,
go there and go there and utilize the information. It's I die laughing because like somebody told me, oh, see, I need to be around you, bro. I need you to do what you did for Toby. I said, what I did for Toby, I said, bro, I had Toby on the podcast a million times. I done told the story a million times. I done gave you all the game bro, Oh, I need Maul and Carl. Yeah, so Carl, you see how close he's sitting to Maul? Yeah, Maul gave him the information. Is there anything that Maul told you outside of what's in Make Real Estate Real?
That's the exact same system.
It's like his
Without
entire
me having
brain.
to go to lunch with you.
But
Right.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You don't need it.
You want, but and let me tell
And
you
you can
something.
rewind
Let
it.
me tell you something, bro. Okay, maybe let me say that. I'll say that. We'll talk about it next week. Don't know because I'm like we too deep into me getting into there. But I'm saying this person who said that they wanted to make good decisions, I realized that. Yo, you about to spend all of that time and energy, like he said, putting your good decisions on somebody bad decisions, and I promise you they're not going to do nothing with it. They're not going to do nothing. Like, I never have I seen somebody, you just give them a handout and all of a sudden they just, boom, they running with it. It don't work like that. That's why I tell people, like, yo, you got to pay for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, my man never would have invested. But I'm like, yo, I gave you something that could have possibly, like my man Zach here.
Was that the problem?
Huh?
Was that the problem?
What's that?
That maybe you just gave it to him?
No,
maybe,
no.
Oh, it might have been.
No,
It might have been.
I'm just saying.
I'm not
because
saying that.
Zach
I'm not
invested.
saying that.
He invested. And so he said, I'm going to get a return from this.
But I'm saying I ain't never paid for nothing really. And I took the stuff that people gave me and I did something with it.
Right.
So maybe it's a lower percentage, but there are people that don't have no money and you give them information,
It may be.
they're going to take it and grow.
It may be,
There
but
is a
there is
brand of
something
people,
to
though.
investing in
yeah,
yourself,
right.
too,
No
when you spend that
question.
bread.
But I'm saying I don't know that it always has to be money. I did invest in myself, Maul. I ain't necessarily have $4,000 to get in nothing, but if you told me something, I invested in terms of the time. Because if you spend money on it, you still got to invest the time to learn it. It ain't like if I give you $2,000, the information just gonna jump in my
Download
head.
to my brain.
It's
right.
not.
You
So
got
I
to
still
go through the modules.
You still got to
and it's
go
spelled
through
out.
it. Right.
Extremely clear.
Right.
Exactly how to do it.
You know what I'm saying? So I did invest in myself. I may not have had the money to invest in a program, but I did invest in myself.
I hate saying it like this, E, but the reality is, and hopefully for most people, you need to fall on your face. You
do.
Like, I don't like
He
that
preached
concept.
that this weekend.
Yeah, no, literally, I'm saying I don't like the concept, Maul, because I wish that like you get the information, you take it, you use it, your life changed, boom, it's easy. But we don't work like that. You got to fall on your face till when I say fall on your face, and I mean I'm gonna be descriptive, drag your face in the mud. I got no doggone options
Now,
but
that's
to grow
what
from
happened
here.
to me.
And that's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, that's what it takes for us to get. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
To
happened.
move.
Them hamburgers out the trash can.
Because
And I wouldn't even eat meat, Maul, so it was more challenging.
Ooh, you get what I'm saying? If there's
You was a
any,
homeless vegan?
Yeah.
if there's any slight
That's it.
chance,
That's
if
it.
there's any
I'll
slight
eat
chance
carbs.
that I could hit C up and I feel like I could get a,
Yeah.
it's not until I drag
Yeah.
my face in the mud and I can't as bad as you want to breathe. The
Yeah.
truth is, until you want it like that, it ain't nothing gonna happen but repeat the same cycle over. And I like I said, I hate saying that, but I don't see humanity doing nothing.
But do you have to fall on your face, or do you have to just witness Willie the Wino fall on his face?
Well,
I'm
I'll
saying-
be honest with you. There's a group that
Right, there's
a
some.
group that's wise enough to do that,
Yeah.
but the large
But most
majority
people still, like, you
Yeah.
tell them the stove ain't hot.
Yeah.
They still,
And you know what? And you know what, though? I'm not tripping on that no more. I'm not. I used to
Yeah.
trip on it. I got kids now.
Yep.
The reason why I'm not tripping on that no more is because if Jalen does what I tell him to do, he gonna be blessed. But if he does touch the stove, he gonna have an experience, bruh. Like he gonna know it,
He'll still be blessed.
Yeah, he gonna know it. Whereas if I tell him, yo, he gonna be blessed. But I'm telling you, it's some stuff that I experienced that it's like everybody, why Tom Brady? Because he experienced being picked up last. That's not something to do who get picked first. You just don't experience. You can watch every other quarterback all you want to and go, I'm gonna win multiple championships. Yeah. It's something though about being picked last and don't nobody want you. And even when you get picked for the team, you don't get to play or you don't get to start. They just put you on the team just to put you on because they needed a draft. They don't even want you. They want Bledsoe. Bruh, it's something about experiencing it for yourself that when you got it, it's yours forever.
So again, I guess God about to really bless me because I ain't even get picked.
Yeah.
I ain't even get picked, baby.
He has blessed you. He has blessed you.
Oh, man.
He has.
So whatever Tom Brady, whatever feeling he in, going in,
and you do have that. You got that chip on your shoulder, Mark. You got it. It's there.
It's still there.
Yeah, you still working out and letting the league know they missed out. You let them know they missed out. Mar, you ever thought about it? They got 3 new leagues now. You might want to.
I'm done.
They got 3 new leagues.
Mar said, "Man, I just want one play. Well, you know what I'm saying? Especially since him and Dion BFF.
Oh, no doubt. Oh, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So if you wasn't at the man conference, you missed it. But Maul and Dion had a little bromance session on the stage.
Really?
And I'm never gonna live it down because Dion brought Maul up there, and Maul got to flex his muscles.
Hey, I gotta be me, bro.
Hey, who y'all got? Who y'all taking in the final? Shout out to Draymond Spartan. I know he's a very divisive type player.
No, you said it right.
It's crazy.
Decisive.
Yeah, decisive and divisive.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm saying last night it was crazy. Like, and we recording this on what's today, Monday. So this does not involve the game that comes on Wednesday, but this was game 2. For those of y'all listening, but it was crazy because I seen the Warriors came out with like a lackadaisical energy. They was kind of like chilling, and Celtics was on their head. And I'm like, yo, I'm sitting there like, bruh, the Celtics about to go up 2-0. I'm like, no way. And Draymond, he purposely got into like 2 scuffles in a row. He got 1 tech, and then him and Jaylen Brown about to scrap. He like going crazy, and you saw the whole energy of the building change, and you know the Warriors came back and won. And I'm not necessarily advocating for either team, but the Pistons ain't in it, so I don't really care.
I swear, Draymond got a Detroit Piston style of play.
Oh, he does.
Yeah,
Sure.
He's from Saginaw.
It come natural.
That's the team that he watched his whole life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, and Izzo was there, so he
showing out.
I'm just dying laughing like, yo, he just changed the entire energy of the whole building by getting into it.
And here's the part that I want to make sure y'all get. He does not care how you didn't make it to the NBA Finals. You don't play basketball. You a commentator that never played. You a commentator that ain't in the championship.
Yeah.
You a commentator that ain't won multiple championships. Draymond is saying to you, I don't care. I don't care what you think. Like, you don't have the authority or the right. I'm not listening to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to act in a way that general decorum says you're not supposed to act like this. Like, there is there is a, what's the word I'm looking for, Carl? There is a, not just decorum, but like there is a culture, a way you're supposed to conduct yourself, carry yourself. You feel me? There's a way you're supposed to do that. And Draymond, you are not conducting yourself in a way that people who believe in sportsmanship are going to be proud of you. He could care less. He's trying to win a championship. This is what I'm talking about. By any means necessary, whatever I have to do to get my team to win today so that we're not down 0-2, and whatever I have to do to turn the tide on this game, in this series, I'm willing to do. And there are those of you who would risk what they think, what they say, what they want. You would risk that at being you and doing what you can do to preserve you. Because let's be real, Draymond may not be able to play for Golden State forever. I don't know. But not only is he making sure that Golden State wins, he's also making sure that his stock goes up as a player. So if he ever has to get traded, somebody going to want that.
Not only that, he's making sure his stock go up as an analyst. He signed with TNT. He know what he's doing. I'm like, y'all sitting there, I can't stand him. And I'm like, you going to be watching him on TV because you can't stand him.
And it's crazy. If Golden State don't even want him no more, they still won't get rid of him because they ain't going to want to play against him.
No question. No question.
Organifi, shout out to Organifi, the superfood green juice powder, keeping this podcast powered up throughout the day. Go to Organifi.com, ORGANIFI.com, promo code SUCCESS. Get your 20% off your order, man. Also, Make Real Estate Real is back open right now. Intake is open right now. If you're listening to this, again, we closed intake for a while, so more. I mean, I know you got hundreds of people in alumni. Is it probably close to 1,000 now?
Hey, man, listen up. Alumni has been off the chain.
Yeah.
We are implementing, like I just brought on one of the last calls, an acclaimed architect / builder. And so, man, shout out to Johnny Mullins out of Chicago. And so we are showing people not just how to rehab properties now, not just how to do wholesale properties, but we're showing people how to now build new constructions. So because we're about to get into that market right now. So,
Let's go.
Yeah, so makerealestatereal.com. Go there right now. Sign up. Intake is open right this second. Also, more Jamaica as well. We got Jamaica, so you can
family reunion. Let's go.
Family reunion.
Man,
I'll be in the building October.
Yes.
What's the date? You know?
Yeah, that's the last week in October. Man, I don't know the exact date.
So
but
we'll be doing that as well.
I can send
That's all right. That'll be my birthday. October 23rd, my birthday. So
it's
we gonna take. I think it's the 24th or 25th.
Okay.
Let's start.
Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, family. Hey, make real estate real. The family reunion. Here we go. Right here. Let's see. What we got, Carl? Let's got dates.
October 24th.
Yeah, October the 24th to October 30th. We're going to Jamaica.
So we're going to celebrate Carl's birthday.
Yeah.
Get Carl some Jamaican
Which
rum.
one? What is it?
This is the family reunion.
Yeah, but where in Jamaica?
Montego Bay.
Yeah, we're in Montego Bay. I can't think of the resort.
I don't know. I just said that, huh?
But all the what it's
fire.
Yeah.
Big fire. Big fire. He don't want to go nowhere but Ischeret.
Right, Ischeret is it.
Here you go right here. Secrets. We're going to Secrets.
Oh.
I like the sound of that.
Wait. Now, Secrets is where me and Candace go for our little, our little duck.
Your secrets out.
Sound
like your secrets
that's
out.
Where we head.
Yeah, we're going to Secrets, see?
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's nice.
He don't look impressed, yo.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
look impressed.
I'm not impressed or impressed. I've never been before.
He don't want to go nowhere but Ischeret.
If C been there and he said it's
no,
fire.
I've never been to the Jamaican one. I've been to the Secrets in Mexico.
I'll take C's. Yeah,
no,
Ma,
it was phenomenal.
Whoever did it for Ma, they know what they're doing.
The one y'all sent us to.
Yeah, that one.
I don't know if I ever told that story.
Yeah, but you got to be part of Make Real Estate Real if you want to attend this family reunion. It's off the chain.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking real estate. We're going to be talking generational wealth. We're going to be talking, a whole bunch of stuff. And so we're going to be out in Jamaica. Come party with us, man. Yeah, man.
I like that, though. You got to went through Make Real Estate Real so that when you get there, you on a common language with everybody in the
My man
building.
that didn't log in, can he come?
Nah, I promise you.
Right.
And you got to get through it.
Right.
All right, y'all. We got to run. We out of here. We'll see you next week.
Let's go.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all